And Matt Olson's first hit as a Brave. He's got his first extra base hit as a Brave. Goodbye! He is going to trot around the bases. First Atlanta homer for Matt Olson. Champions Week at home has been filled with firsts. First individual awards for a couple of Brave stars. The first World Series ring for Brian Snitker and hometown and homegrown Braves. And tonight, this young team looks to a potential elder statesman as 22-year-old Bryce makes his first big league start less than 2 years after being drafted from Texas. Time to respect your elder, next on Bally Sports. Champions Week continues on another beautiful night for baseball here at Truist Park in Atlanta as the Braves and Nationals meet for Game 2. As always, Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Another huge crowd gathering for another special day. It's Austin Riley bobblehead night. That's right, another great giveaway for the Braves on their opening homestand of the 2022 season. And Austin Riley had a lot of fun meeting the fans before tonight's first pitch. Hi again, everybody. Chip and Jeff, great to be back with you. Rough night last night for the Braves. They fell 11-2. And Jeff, the last two nights, the starting pitching has been cuffed around a little bit with Tucker Davidson having to pitch in relief last night. That changed Brian Snitker's pitching plans for Game 2 of the series. Bryce Elder is up from the minor leagues, making his big league debut. What can you tell us about him?
Well, like Strider, another guy that climbed the ladder last year, went through all three levels. He's a four-pitch guy, you know, not overpowering, but he's got some good run on it, and he attacks hitters. You see that 155 strikeouts last year. You know, he's from Texas. He's a big kid, and look, like anything, Rogers last night hadn't pitched a game yet in the minor leagues, came up and dealt. Hopefully Elder can do the same tonight. It's your debut. It's always fun. Hopefully he throws a good game. He
looked really good in spring training. Hopefully that trend continues in Game 2 as the Braves try to even up this three-game series. Juan Soto and the Nats, Brian Snitker, Ozzie Albies and the Braves. We'll get to live action, lineups and first pitch from sold-out Truist Park right after the break. Baseball as a child. Bryce Elder, the pride of the University of Texas, led all minor league pitchers and innings pitched in the Braves system last year. And with Max Fried pitching tomorrow, the Braves needed somebody to step up in the middle game of the series. Jeff, what's going through this kid's head as he steps on a big league mound for real for the first time tonight?
You know, look, I think like anything, he seems to be very poised, seems to, you know, believe in himself. And you see that 7 starts with Gwinnett last year. And he had a good run in spring training. You know, 2 games, he had 7 2/3, like we talk about. It is spring training, but, you know, I think this kid's ready, and he's got an opportunity tonight.
5th round pick for the Braves, again, out of Decatur, Texas. He will face the Washington Nationals, who scored 11 times last night and had only one 1-2-3 offensive inning in Game 1 of the series. Cesar Hernandez leads off their Toyota starting lineup. Michael Franco had a huge game, 4 hits, including a home run and 5 RBIs. No Nelson Cruz, a late scratch for Washington here in Game 2. And with that in mind, Jeff, what are your forward keys?
Well, you know, young guys come up sometimes and they feel they got to do something different. He attacked the zone in the minor leagues. Do the same here. You have one of the best defenses in baseball behind you. And from an offensive standpoint, they got to get something going. Matt Olson hitting 500, the rest of the team 167. Make it easy on this young kid. Put some runs on Patrick Corbin.
Yeah, it was a weird game last night.
Yeah.
The Braves got off to a good start offensively. A big 2-out hit from Marcell Ozuna. They had a run, 2 hits in the first inning. Didn't get their next 2 hits until the 9th.
Yeah, that's, you know, like I said, those are the type of games that you kind of wash away, and you got to come back to the park today ready to win a ball game.
And get your record back to 500 and a chance to win the series with a win tomorrow. But first things first, got to take care of the Nats tonight as Bryce Elder's first big league pitch is bunted toward third. Riley bare hand, long throw in the stretch, not in time. It's a bunt single for Cesar Hernandez.
Man, last night he bloops one in down the left field line on the first pitch of the game. This one, perfect bunt. Austin Riley actually made this a lot closer than I thought possible.
So Cesar Hernandez setting the table nicely. That's his third hit of the series, and that brings up Juan Soto. Soto 1 for 4 with a couple of walks last night, sitting on 99 career home runs. For the Nationals, this will open your eyes, won't it? Bryce Elder a couple of years ago was pitching in Austin, Texas. Now he's facing one of the game's great hitters. Soto hitting .222 on the year. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, a couple of walks here last night. And that one right back where it came from, smoked into center field. Hernandez around second, on his way to third. And the Nationals have him at the corners with nobody out. This is the story of what happened to the Braves last night. They were in the stretch all night long.
Yeah, you see a ball just kind of tailing away from him. Soto, such a disciplined hitter. I don't know that there's anybody that we see that hits the ball up the middle harder than Soto does. He shoots that middle part of the field as good as anybody.
So 2 pitches, 2 hits. And Josh Bell is the batter. Bell 6 out of 18 to start the year with a homer and 4 RBIs, 3 pitches I should say for Elder, and 2 hits. And he missed inside. 1 ball, no strikes for Josh Bell. Again, no Nelson Cruz for the Washington Ball Club. He was a late scratch. So Bell moves up to the 3 spot. Yadiel Hernandez 4th. Lane Thomas, he is going to hit 7th and play left field. Change up. Olson fires to second, 1, and to first. It's double play. The Nats score a run. Bell hits it hard, but right at Matt Olson, and that was slick. Just what Bryce Elder needed.
He turned around, and I like it. Sometimes you might have been tempted to throw home there, Chip, but I love this. Watch this. Matt gets the ball right away. Good change up, and just throws a dime over there to Dansby, gives it right back to him. Talk about calming the nerves now. 1st and 3rd. Yes, he gave up the 1 run, but now he got 2 outs, and he said only 5 pitches. So I like that. One of my keys, pound the zone. I like that he's going after them. I think you have to do something too different.
No RBI for Bell. That's the penalty for hitting into the double play. Hernandez scores to make it 1-0. And there's a strike. We're told, Jeff, that Elder has 4 pitches, and they're all very solid pitches. Good off-speed stuff. Fastball 92, 93 or so. We'll keep an eye on that. And he got a late swing there from Hernandez, and he's ahead 0-2. Bryce went 11-5 last year. 155 strikeouts in 137 minor league innings. And I like that too. He's not been afraid to throw the ball inside early.
He came in on Soto that first pitch.
But this whole inning, I'm sure, is going to feel like a blur as he makes his 9th pitch, and it's taken a little low, even count for Yadiel Hernandez. In case you wondered, the Braves' record for strikeouts by a rookie starter in their first game since 1900 is 9. David Hale did that against San Diego back in 2013. Let's see if Bryce can pick up his first strikeout here and get the Braves bats to play. Full count. There it is. First major league strikeout. He freezes Yadiel Hernandez, and all in all, real good work. 2 hits after 3 pitches, but a double play and strikeout limits Washington to 1 first-inning run here in Atlanta. Official crypto exchange of Major League Baseball. Ozzie Albies atop the Toyota starting lineup for Braves manager Brian Snitker. Austin Miley celebrating his bobblehead night tonight. Hopefully he'll do something special. Travis d'Arnaud back behind the plate. Guillermo Heredia gets a start in right field. He's only had a couple of at-bats so far this year. Orlando Arcia is the 9th place hitter. And Jeff, a man the Braves have seen a lot. Patrick Corbin is ostensibly their ace. He's on the mound in game 2.
They see that. Couple good years early in Washington. Struggled last season, and last 2 seasons versus Atlanta. The Braves got the best of him. He's 0-5 with a 6.99. So you know he's wanting to make up for that.
Big reason why Corbin lost 16 games last year. 37 home runs allowed.
And he gave up 10 on the first pitch, most in Major League Baseball.
Well, right guy at the right time. Ozzie Albies hitting right-handed. Wind blowing toward the Washington bullpen and left. And Corbin's first is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Now, what he's trying to do, he's trying to get ahead of you. That's why, you know, the 10 home runs, a lot of first pitch strikes, because his best pitch is that back foot slider to righties, going away from lefties. He's trying to get to that right there. When he's going good, that's his bread and butter.
They got Corbin to pitch with Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg. He's in the middle of a 6-year contract that takes him through the 2024 season. And with Strasburg on the shelf after thoracic outlet syndrome surgery and a lot of youngsters in rotation, Patrick Corbin right now is the healthy elder statesman of this Nationals club. And he was beaten by the Mets on opening day, his first opening day start as a big league pitcher. Fly ball center. And Victor Robles is there, makes the shoulder high catch, and Ozzie's retired for out number 1. Here's a look at our FTX umpiring crew. Jim Wolf is behind the plate. Jim Reynolds is at first. Mark Carlson is at second, and Angel Hernandez, who was doing some disco dancing behind the plate last night,
We
is
saw
on
a video
umpire
of that.
third.
Yeah.
Here's Matt Olson. Boy, Matt has started the year as hot as you can be. 8 for his first 16 at the plate. 5 walks, only 3 strikeouts. And right now, Corbin, corner to corner, 0-2. You know how well Matt has hit left-handed pitching. 22 home runs against them last season. They play him as a dead pull hitter. He's got a ton of room between Lucius Fox and the third base bag on the left side of the diamond. 0-2. This is a powerful yet patient man at the plate. And it is really part of the evolution that is Matt Olson. He is not striking out nearly as much as he did in his early days in Oakland.
He's matured. He's definitely developed into a complete hitter.
And bounced foul.
And another advantage, just like Freddie all those years, hits lefties well. Same thing for Matt. Talked about 22 home runs against left-handed pitching last year. That's what Braves played 6 games now tonight. They faced 3 lefties.
And Atlanta starts action tonight. 2 wins, 3 losses. Nobody on, 1 out, 1-0 Nationals. The pitch. No swing. 2-2. Thomas, Robles, Soto left to right in the Washington outfield. Franco, Fox, Cesar Hernandez, and Bell ring the infield. Gabriel Ruiz behind the plate. And strike 3 paints a corner. Olson's retired. 2 up, 2 down.
A bit of hair off the plate, but veteran pitcher like that, when you get it. And hitting 450 this year on the first pitch, 95 with 2 strikes. And again, small sample size.
Yep.
You know it's going to change, but
Well, it's Austin's bobblehead night. He's my pick to click.
Wow.
Something always happens good on your bobblehead night, right?
I know. Pick Austin. I mean, he doesn't usually do a lot. Tough pick.
No balls, 2 strikes. What a great opening week for the fans, and the giveaway last night, the replica ring. Now a bobblehead for Riley. Day game tomorrow. Then we hit the road to the West Coast. Champions Week in full effect in Atlanta versus the Reds and the Nationals. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And even 2-2.
Usually that sliders is more effective pitch, but right now he can't control the slider, but he seems to have a good fastball tonight. Keeping it low.
Good eye from Riley. Austin was hitless last night and struck out in his last 3 at bats. That's not been like Austin Riley. So much more patient approach. Let's see if it's effective. We'd like to, at the very least, pass the baton to Marcell Ozuna, who waits to hit next. Good at bat for Riley. So a 2-out walk. Here's Marcell.
What a great AB after being down 0-2, coming all the way back.
Marcell's off to a terrific start. 6 for 18 at the plate with 3 RBIs. Ozuna 2 career homers amongst his 7 hits against Patrick Corbin. 1 here would give the Braves a lead. He was 2 for 4 last night. And all of a sudden, Corbin's skipping the ball in front of the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Feels like spring tonight. 77 delightful degrees at first pitch.
Beautiful compared to a couple nights ago.
Not much wind to speak of as Corbin comes set. And straighten him up on the inside corner. Ozuna didn't think so.
That ball's in. That's frustrating for a hitter when you know you could be 2-0 and you take that kind of pitch.
So a ball and a strike. Cole right side open for Ozuna. And he shoots it toward Fox at short. He bobbles, flips to second, and just in time to force Riley. And that will retire the side. 1-0 Nats after 1.
His major league debut, and much like his buddy and teammate Spencer Strider, who we saw last night, it has been a rapid rise through the minors for this guy. And Strider told me this afternoon, he texted Elder last night after the game to congratulate him and gave me this scouting report on the young righty. He can pitch. That's how I'd sum up his skill set. He's got a 5-pitch mix. Every pitch is a plus pitch. Every pitch is a big league ready, and he can get outs in just about every way possible. He may not be overpowering like some of the other guys right now, but he will look overpowering when he's out there because his stuff is just that good. But guys, I thought also interesting in talking to Travis d'Arnaud is the one thing he pointed out was the mental aspect and attitude of Elder, just saying, understanding the kind of pitcher you are and what you want to do out there at 22. He goes, I was still in AA at 22 and just figuring it all out, myself included. So I think that has something to do with the makeup that all of the Braves right now are just really impressed with and looking forward to see what more he can do out here tonight.
Yeah, it's a great report, Kelly. Brian Snitker has said Elder's a pull the cap down and go to work kind of kid, but also he pitched at a big college program, Texas. Yeah. Year after year, they're a perennial national championship contender. As Keibert Ruiz digs in. So I would imagine the second deck, third deck of a big league stadium, Jeff's not going to intimidate him in his first start.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason he was the call up. You know, they know he's going to be poised out there, and yeah, not the moment not be too big for him. Sure, like anything, of course he's got butterflies, and that's
sure
natural, but
well, the first inning under his belt, gave up 1 run. Now he faces the Nationals catcher, Keibert Ruiz. And it's quickly 3-0. Elder got the call because the plan for the Braves was to hopefully have Ynoa take the game deep last night. And here's the back end of the bullpen to seal away a victory. It didn't work out that way. Ynoa struggled. Heck, the whole Braves staff struggled in the game. They had to use Tucker Davidson to finish things up. And so Davidson was not available for the Braves to pitch today.
it's like anything. You can map out the first 14 games all you want, but until you get into it and you get the flow going. You know, I think that's what they decided last night. Instead of using 3 more relievers last night for an inning apiece, let's just throw Tucker and then bring Elder up today.
And we wondered if there would be any thought or possibility at all of having Max Fried pitch tonight. But Brian Sintker obviously said no, that's a non-starter. He's pitching tomorrow in the homestand finale. That'll be a nice comeback as Ruiz rolls into the shift from a 3-0 count to a ground out. There's a good start to the second inning, 1 away. And what we've heard, this guy's a ground ball pitcher. He gets the ball in the grass.
Yeah. You know, going back to that too, Peter Moylan made a good point today that I didn't even think about when we were talking about Max Fried. There's a good chance he threw a bullpen yesterday. And so, you know, knowing that he's going to start on Wednesday. So if that's the case, yeah, you're not going to bring him back the next day.
Michael Franco had a huge game, 5 RBIs, 5th career 5 RBI game for Michael last night. And fouled at the plate. Bullpen ought to be in pretty good shape today to make room for Bryce Elder. Chadwick Tromp was designated for assignment. Jacob Webb was also DFA'd today. And Jackson Stevens was brought up and is in the Braves bullpen. He's had some big league experience with the Cincinnati Reds, among others. So a couple of fresh arms for the Braves. As this one on the ground, Dansby to his left. Franco is disposed of. Another ground ball out. Like to see that. 4 outs on the grass for Bryce Elder. He's settling in. 2 away for Lane Thomas.
And again, you like the fact that he's throwing strikes. Only 20 pitches, 12 strikes, 8 balls, but letting that infield go to work right now instead of 4 ground balls.
Well, I think we figured out Lane Thomas can hit a high fastball last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
3 RBIs, a double, a run scored for the man acquired from the Cardinals. Speedy outfielder Lane Thomas playing left field this evening. Broke his bat up the middle. Ozzie in the shift, has to hurry and got his man by a half step. Very quick, very efficient inning. 1, 2, 3, 3 ground outs. 1-0 Nats. Travis d'Arnaud coming up. Sports is presented by Truist. Kelly Kroll, Jeff Francoeur, Chip Carey with you on a beautiful baseball night. Another gigantic crowd has gathered in Atlanta. The Braves have already drawn, Jeff, 201,000 fans.
Yeah, I mean, it's been first 5 games have been outstanding.
Let's see if they can come back from an early 1-0 deficit. d'Arnaud, Duvall, and Swanson coming up against Patrick Corbin. And as you said, he wants to get ahead, and he did to the Braves catcher. d'Arnaud's off to a nice start. He's got a homer, 4 RBIs, a couple of doubles. No shift for him. Infield straight up. And a changeup missed. 2 balls and a strike. One catcher to another. D'Arnaud's first reaction to ask if Ruiz was all right as that foul ball rocketed off of his chest guard. 2-2.
You can see tonight Snit mixing up the lineup a little bit. Putting d'Arnaud in front of Duvall tonight. Duvall better against right-handed, pitching. Get d'Arnaud's hot bat in there and get Heredia in there in right field. Give Rosario a night off.
Little pop that'll go over the netting, foul right side. Fan from Thomaston, Georgia, came up with that souvenir. And we'll stay 2-2. Poked into right field. There we go. Soto came in looking like he was going to throw to first, and d'Arnaud hustled down the line and faked like he was going to second. There's the second Braves base runner, a leadoff single.
Great piece of hitting. Ball off the plate a little bit. Beautiful two-strike hit right to right field. Travis swinging a good bat this year so far.
So Adam Duvall is up. Adam 3 for his first 18. Like this matchup for Braves center fielder. He's poked a couple of home runs against Patrick Corbin in his career. As you said, for the most part, it's been Matt Olson, Marcell Ozuna, and a cloud of dust for the Braves offensively. Hopefully a warm night tonight will get the rest of the guys heated up. They'll need to. With Josiah Gray tomorrow, and then that road trip to San Diego and Los Angeles coming up.
Well, we've talked about the one thing the Nats really struggle with, Chip. That bullpen's not fantastic down there. You can get Corbin in some trouble early and try to get to that pen. You can make it tough on them all night.
2-0 pitch. Smoke towards short. Fox gives ground, stumbles from the seat of his pants, throw it into right field. And d'Arnaud didn't advance on the play. I guess he lost the ball. He thought he either was forced out or never saw the bad throw.
Yeah, he didn't see the bad throw for sure. Made a good play, just stuck on his feet.
Oh, great deke by Cesar Hernandez. See that? d'Arnaud was sliding, never saw the ball sail into right field, and Hernandez faked like he had it to make sure Travis didn't advance. Right there.
Travis calling timeout and the ball's in right field.
So there's a big break. They gave Duvall a hit on that play. He'll take it. First and second, nobody out, and here's Dansby. So Lucius Fox has had an adventure or two in the first two innings. Young shortstop from the Bahamas. Dansby 2 for 16 and 10 strikeouts. At the very least, let's see if he can advance the runners here with nobody out. 1-0 Washington. Braves batting in the home second. Corbin bounced a handful of sliders in that first inning, keeping the ball down here to Dansby Swanson. 2-0. A lot of room down the left field line. Big gap in left center. They try to plug the right center gap for Dansby, who's way ahead now, 3-0. Braves trying to reel in Patrick Corbin here in the second.
You know, Braves are a very aggressive hitting team on 3-0 in the zone. tell you what, if you're going to go 3-0 here, it better be the perfect fastball, because the last thing you want to do right now, he's feeling it out there, is to let him out.
That's been called a strike all night. Inside corner, good pitch, 3-1. Guillermo waits on deck. Darno a single to right. Duvall an infield single, has Braves at first and second. Called a strike. It's been a strike all night. So now it's a full count.
That's so hard, because from a hitter standpoint, it's that crossfire. So, you know, might cross the plate there, but might end up in way off the plate.
So let's see what Dansby can do with a 3-2 pitch. Dansby will go through stretches like this where it's a struggle to make contact, but as you and I were talking before the game, one swing of the bat and he could get red hot in an instant.
And historically, he's been a slow starter in April, has not usually jumped off to a great start. You're one of those guys that probably needs a lot of bats, seeing a lot of pitches. The spring training didn't allow for that.
Again, the 3-2, and he swings and misses. Corbin pulled a string, and Dansby can't make contact. That is strikeout number 2 for Guillermo Heredia now.
He finally threw that slider after about 6 or 7 fastballs in a row. And when he's right and Patrick Corbin's at his best, Chip, that slider's his best pitch. One of the best left-handed sliders in baseball.
So let's see if Guillermo can pick up the Braves offense. 2 on 1 out now. Heredia has had just 2 at bats this year, so this is his 3rd. Heredia gave the Braves a big lift last year. And some big hits for the Braves. A couple of home runs in an April game against the Cubs. He had 6 RBIs in that game. Good job as a pinch hitter. Over 100 games for the Braves in their World Championship year. And a man that made the plastic sword as popular as the pearls.
Yep.
Here at Truist Park. Seattle, Pittsburgh, New York, and Atlanta, the big league stops for 31-year-old Guillermo Heredia, who has an even count. Pitch count at 38 for Corbin. Swinging a hammer job to left. Lane Thomas drifting back. That ball's over his head. It's off the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Duvall. He'll be stopped. A rifle shot off the bat of Guillermo Heredia ties this game at 1 apiece. Oh, did that ball find another gear?
I think he got a slider up in the zone. That's one that did not end up down and on a back foot. He absolutely ripped this ball. That ball got over Thomas's head in a hurry.
And he can fly.
Yeah.
That tells you how hard that ball was hit. So the first sword slash, first hit of the year for Heredia, ties the game. 103 miles an hour off the bat. Now they're 2nd and 3rd. Game tied at 1 for Orlando Arcia.
And this is where you love the DH. in this situation when you're the home team.
And it's good to see the bottom of the Braves order doing some damage, Jeff, because the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the opponents have really hurt the Braves.
Yep. So, you say last night, I think driven in 19 runs so far in the first 5 games.
So 2 singles and an RBI double. The table is set for Arcia. Braves have 3 hits in the game. Seems to me that Corbin's most effective slider is the one that he's not throwing all that hard.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit off those 2.
His 2 pitches around 80 miles an hour. His slider's harder than that if he wants. He's making 2 pitches out of it. And he's got 2 strikes. With Ozzie waiting on deck. And Arcia swings and misses. And 2 are out in the inning. Slowest takes care of Orlando on 3 pitches, and back to the top we go.
Yeah, the frustrating thing I think for that is just 3 pitches in a row, same spot, same result. You know, when you got second and third like that, talk about shortening up, just trying to put the ball in play anywhere, and it's a run. Good news is, right guy up, Ozzie. Career .400 hitter with 3 homers against Patrick Corbin.
This would be a perfect time for his first hit of the year with a man on base. Nothing picks you up more than 2 out run scoring hits. One here would give the Braves the lead. Ozzie popped out to open the game for the Braves in the first. And it's the same story for Corbin, and that tells you how good that pitch is. You know it's coming and you can't do much with it. As we look at our Chick-fil-A game nugget, Ozzie Albies versus lefties last year.
Yeah, see that 940 OPS, 24 extra base hits, and all those great numbers with him getting off that slow start against lefties. Such good back control.
Corbin's 44th pitch. We are only in the second inning. One would think, Jeff, that it might be a stretch for Corbin to get through 5 at this pace, but we'll see. He hasn't surrendered the lead yet.
Well, no, but the Braves have made him get some deep counts, throw a lot of pitches.
Duvall at third, Guillermo Heredia the runner at second. Line drive to left. That'll break the tie. That'll score both of them. Ozzie Albies with a double with 2 outs, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead.
Well, they've been waiting for that big 2-out hit. So far, got it finally in the 6th game of the season. After getting the strikeout. Look at that ball. That's almost down in the dirt, but give Ozzie a lot of credit. We talk about how good he is against left-handed pitching. He went down and got that.
Slider after slider from Corbin. Ozzie looked for it and roped it. A 2-run double. And it's a 3-1 Braves lead. A 3-run second inning, and they're not done yet. Here's Matt Olson. He was called out on a borderline pitch in the first inning. That makes you feel better.
Especially when you got him on the ropes like that. And he kind of what they did to the Braves last night in the 3rd inning. Remember, Ynoa got that big strikeout and was 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Had the Lane Thomas double to get the 3-1, and then Franco hit the home run. So maybe Olson can hit a home run right here.
No balls and a strike. Ozzie leads, and the pitch. Too far outside, 2 balls and a strike. I think you hit it on the head, Jeff. Patient, much more patient approach. And now Matt Olson in the driver's seat. Braves have a 3-run, 4-hit inning here in the second.
That's about to be his 49th pitch also here in the second inning. And Bryce Elder, I promise you, does not mind sitting in that dugout for a little bit longer.
Nope. Patrick Corbin has never felt comfortable in this ballpark. He's 0-5 career at Truist Park. Two on. Bounced foul. And it's 2-2 for the Braves first baseman. Pitch number 50. So the last time Corbin got Olson to 2 strikes, he threw a fastball that grazed the outside corner. Would he dare throw that pitch here?
Well, and I think Matt's quick enough on the inside that for him, he can look out over that plate and try it. Look, with the shift they have played on him, anything to that left side over there, unless it's right at Franco, is a hit and an RBI right here.
So here we go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He did pitch him away, and he lost him. 5th base runner of the inning for the Braves. Olson walks. 2 passes from Patrick Corbin so far in the game. And Jim Hickey, the veteran pitching coach, on his way to the mound as the Nats discuss strategy with Austin Riley coming up. Let's enjoy a quick message from Truist.
Jessica was born to care.
That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
Here's Austin Riley. I didn't get to see the bobblehead earlier today. Is it a pretty good?
You know, it's funny, I didn't see it either.
Replica?
I was preparing so hard up here, I never got to see it.
I mean, it's like walking into the research offices of the Encyclopedia Britannica or Google with you.
Hard work going on.
So we'll get a look at the bobblehead here in a second. We hope Austin Riley with 2 on, 2 out. And that's taken low. 1 ball, no strikes. Now you get a bobblehead, it's important that it looks like you. We've got a giant Jeff Francoeur bobblehead in our booth, which is a remarkable resemblance.
It is.
Well, what a great way to start your workday. You walk in and there's Jeff.
What more could you want?
In full uniform, yeah. The pitch. It's bounced off Austin's foot foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Austin was ready for that fastball, just a little bit too low.
Pitchers will tell you, for whatever reason, there's always a ballpark or two that they just don't feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
Steven Strasburg hated pitching at Turner Field. Patrick Corbin has not enjoyed Truist Park. And he's down a couple of runs and still working here. The pitch. Broken bat, but hit right to Hernandez, and he'll race to the bag just in front of Matt Olson, and that will retire the side. The Braves pick up 2 singles, 2 doubles, and 3 runs. Big hit for Guillermo Heredia. Bigger hit for Ozzie Albies. The Braves have chopped down the Nats and lead it 3-1. Young Jr. are both coaching first base for their respective clubs. EY Jr. was a member of the Braves, you might recall, back in 2015. So what a moment for the Young family tonight in Atlanta.
Yeah, look at those two right there. Proud father, proud son. Good baseball family, good people. Oh, EY looks like he's lost a little weight since his playing days were done.
He's got to keep up with his son. So Lucius Fox leads off the third inning. Bryce Elder now staked to the lead. And the first pitch whacked into center, and Duvall a little in between action. Late break, but got to it. One pitch, one out. And how about Elder? 7 outs on 23 pitches.
Yeah, that's the toughest ball to read. The line drive. And Adam read it perfect. Froze for a second, then realized he could come in on it.
Gold Glover, you know.
And he's played a really, really good center field for a guy that's not really a center fielder. He's done a good job.
This is Victor Robles. At 203 last year. He's hitless in limited duty for Washington this season. That's the question for Victor. Will he hit enough to stay in the lineup every day? There's no questioning his defensive abilities. But
he can go get anything in center field.
But the bat hasn't come along as quickly as they'd like. On the ground, Dansby got the hop he wanted, and the flip to first. Elder economical, 2 up, 2 down here in the third inning, which, Jeff, has been the problem inning for the Braves starters in the early going.
Yeah, but you got to love how he's coming out throwing strikes. Look, he had to sit a little bit there while the offense went to work, but he's done a good job. 25 pitches, 2 2/3.
6 outs via ground ball for Elder to start his night.
Just think about the difference. What, Corbin 51, 52 pitches for 2 innings.
So back to the top. Cesar Hernandez said, "Welcome to the show, kid." First pitch bunt,
Yeah, right.
single, and then came around to score.
Think about it. He had a bloop single on the line last night to lead off the game.
You played with Cesar in Philly, didn't you? Was he?
Loved
was
him.
he there?
Great teammate. Plays hard. He part of the White Sox traded him at the deadline last year for him.
Elder has his sign, the 1-1 pitch. Pulled a string. So, Jeff, we've seen all 4 or 5 of Bryce's pitches. 91-mile-an-hour sinker. Changeup at 85, 86 miles an hour. No walks yet. It's been around the plate.
I think Spencer Strider was giving that scouting report on him to Kelly, and I think the impressive thing is I haven't seen one pitch that just completely sticks out. I just think they're all pretty good pitches, which is a good thing. I think it's a great thing to have. You know, you have that one devastating pitch. Yeah, when it's good, it's great. But if you don't have it that night, for Bryce, if you don't have one of these, look, you still got 2 or 3 other quality pitches that you can go to.
High in the air toward right center, but that's playable for Heredia, and Elder is rolling merrily along. Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. He leads by 2 in the middle of the third inning. The third inning, enjoying a 3-1 lead. Marcell Ozuna is set to lead off. He's our Georgia Natural Gas Impact Player of the game, and you love those numbers in divisional action.
He's dominated the Marlins, dominated the Nationals. Seen his last 15 games, 6 hits in his first 18. And I gotta read you. You know, I talked about Matt Olson kind of being. Marcel's had a nice start to the year. He's had a couple doubles, has hit the ball hard. He's had great numbers. Career versus Washington, 291 with 38 extra base hits.
He bounced into a force play his first time up. As Corbin, with 54 pitches to start his night, gets a foul ball behind the plate, and it's strike 1. Ozuna, d'Arnaud, and Duvall coming up. Excellent changeup.
See too many of those from Corbin, but See, he's going to try something else this inning, see if it works.
Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Corbin broke into the big leagues with the Arizona Diamondbacks way back in 2012. Was originally drafted by the Angels. And was traded for Dan Herron to Arizona. And as I said, long-term deal with the Washington Ball Club, 6 years, $140 million, and that runs this year and the next 2.
Yeah, that look, I mean, he was a huge part of that World Series in 2019. Yep. Not only as a starter, but he was one of the main ones coming out of the pen 2 or 3 different games.
And they all were, right?
Yeah, well, that's true.
Scherzer and Strasburg. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ozuna hits one high in the air to deep right. Back goes Soto, still going back at the wall. Hits high off the bricks. Backed up nicely in center by Robles. The throw in too high. And Marcell Ozuna pounds one off the brick wall in right. He's got a leadoff double. And that's the 3rd double of the night for Atlanta.
The ball's just not carrying you. That ball was hit pretty good. Marcell usually kind of knows when he's got one, when he doesn't. Get a little bit out in front. That's a great sign too when you see him shooting balls the other way.
Good piece of hitting with 2 strikes. And now Travis d'Arnaud. A leadoff single in the 2nd started a 3-run Braves rally. Keep on adding on, get to that Nationals pen, get Corbin out of the game, build the lead for Bryce Elder, who's up 3-1 in his big league debut. And in for a strike.
You know, as much as Jim Wolf's given that inside pitch with the fastball, I'm kind of surprised he doesn't keep coming in there.
Tried there, but missed low. And when he is trying to pitch inside, Jeff, it looks like he's missing below the knees, and the Braves aren't swinging at it like they did at times in the 2nd and in the 1st. So Dave Martinez, Jim Hickey looking on as Patrick Corbin in trouble again, this time in the Atlanta 3rd. Little flare into right field. That's going to sneak through for a hit. Not hard hit, but it'll count. d'Arnaud's 2 for 2, and they're at the corners with nobody out. He's had a great approach against the left-hander all night.
I tell you, Matt Olson, Marcell, d'Arnaud really have started this season off doing a great job too. Going the other way. Marcell the other way. Look, there's base hits that they're going to shift over there.
Duvall hit a rocket to short that Lucius Fox bobbled. He was credited with a hit and came home on the Ozzie Albies double. So Duvall with a single and a run scored. Little contact here, and the Braves will pick up another run. Cue shot foul, strike 1. Just tuning in, note the subtle change to the Braves uniform here in 2022. The world champions get the gold trim around the logo. Back of the jersey has a golden flare too for winning the world championship. And boy, are those selling like hotcakes at the Braves clubhouse store. No balls and a strike. Line into center field. It's a base hit. It's 4-1. Oh, and it got by Robles. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Another run will score. Duvall around second. On his way to third. He'll stand there.
Wow, that ball was ripped, and Robles with the one thing you cannot have happen, Chip, when you're in center field like that, let the ball go. But it's a fastball, and Adam was all over it. See what it did, because he stopped that. Right there, Travis scores easy, and Adam gets to third easy. Almost just kind of a lack of concentration, or I don't know why you would try to go to the side right there on a ball hit that hard. Remember, we used to see Andrew Jones all the time go to a knee just on some of those to make sure you keep it in front.
So I'm assuming a single and an error. And now infield in for Dansby Swanson with nobody out. 3 runs in the second, 2 so far here in the third. And Patrick Corbin pushing towards 70 pitches in this game. What was so maddening about the game last night was the lack of opportunities with runners at second or third base. Previously against the Reds, the Braves were getting chances but not cashing them in. That's not the case tonight.
Yeah, 4 for 7 tonight with runners in scoring position.
One ball, one strike. That's deflected by Corbin, and with the infield in, no advance. And Dansby's retired. 1-4-3 that put out for out number 1.
And Corbin right off his glove. I think the shoe to the glove. Of course, with no outs, you're not going on a contact play there. But Corbin 69 pitches already in the 3rd inning.
Big RBI double for Heredia his last time up. That was an inning ago. That's got to be maddeningly frustrating for the Nationals. Robles is in the game because he's an excellent defender. But a mistake there cost the Nationals a run, and maybe another as Duvall all the way around to third base. Make them pay. 5-1 Atlanta in front. And a swing and a miss for Guillermo Heredia. Five runs on 7 hits for the Braves tonight.
So far, they're listening to the Ford Keys.
Well, you're so well prepared. Why wouldn't you listen to them?
Price is definitely pounding the zone, and they busted out the lumber tonight.
Hitters count for Heredia. Sharply hit to third on contact. Duvall was coming home. They've got him in a rundown now. Franco to Ruiz. Good job by Adam to stay in the rundown long enough to get Heredia to second base. And he's at second now with 2 outs.
Good play by Maikel Franco. Do what you're supposed to, get rid of it quick. But yes, Chip, great job by Adam Duvall. And good job by Heredia, knowing I got to get to second base to get in scoring position. And he's able to do that easily.
Arcia struck out on 3 pitches in the second. Let's see if he can time Corbin a little better here. 3 in the second, 2 in the third for the Braves batsman. 5-1 game. Shot to left field. That's a base hit. Arcia will chase home Heredia. Back-to-back 3-run innings for the Braves. It's 6-1, and that sounded loud.
That ball was hit.
Bottom of the order, getting hot on a warm night.
2-out RBI. He has missed with that fastball, just kind of up over the plate.
No chance for Franco at the hot corner. That's why they call that position that name. That was a missile. Here's Ozzie, a 2-run double. Bullpen action has begun for Washington. Austin Voth is getting loose. Another rope, this time from Ozzie. That'll drop in safely. The hit parade continues. 5 hits in the inning. Albies is 2 for 3.
We talk coming in, Ozzie 400 with 3 home runs against Corbin. This is just another fastball up. He's talking about why doesn't he just keep coming that fastball in. I agree. He did, whether he's trying to get it there or not, it keeps leaking out over the plate. And these Braves hitters are not missing that pitch right now.
What a lonely feeling it must be when your big weapon isn't at your disposal. And that's the case for Patrick Corbin tonight. 6 runs, 9 hits. And the Braves aren't done yet. Here's Olson. He is struck out and walked.
Yeah, it's a good sign when your 1-2 hitters have got up every inning so far.
Well, payback is you know what.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like for the Braves and the Nationals last evening. 20-something at bats for them with runners in scoring position. 23 times. They scored 11 runs. And downstairs, Olson now up 2-0. The runners lead. The pitch. Home run cut, didn't get it. Corbin kept asking for a new sequence of signs from Keibert Ruiz. Now they're on the same page, it appears. 2 balls and a strike. Well, what's he going to do now?
I mean, I don't know. I got to believe this is his last batter. I don't know how much longer. Dave Martinez, 3-1 count. Powerful hitter.
Bryce Elder in his big league debut leads by 5 runs. The pitch. And a slow breaking ball fills up the count. I think that's been his best pitch. That slower than slow slider.
Curveball.
So with 2 outs, Arcia at second, Ozzie at first will be off with the pitch. Riley on deck. There they go. It's ball 4. They're loaded for Riley. And here comes Davey Martinez. Looks like that's going to be the end of the line for Patrick Corbin. Corbin's woes at Truist Park have continued tonight. He's allowed 6 runs. He's going to leave with the bases loaded, and Austin Voth will face Austin Riley, the 9th Brave, to come to the plate in the inning. Atlanta leads at 6-1 in Game 2 here in Atlanta.
Charge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity.
Braves have turned the lights out on Patrick Corbin tonight. He's down 6-1. Bases are loaded for Austin Riley. The Cubs come to Truist Park for a 3-game series, April 26th, 27th, and 28th. Don't miss your chance to see Austin Riley, Dansby Swanson, and the boys take on Jason Hayward, Grandpa Rossi, David Ross, the manager, and the rest of the Chicago Cubs. Expect packed houses when the Cubs come to town. That'll be a fun series, and we'll see them after we get back from our West Coast trip. This is Austin Voth, and he's a man the Braves, Jeff, have enjoyed facing.
He hasn't had a lot of luck versus the Braves over the years. See that 11 career games, 11 long balls allowed.
And as I said, Mr. Bobblehead is the man that's going to face him first, Austin Riley. Voth, though, has been Austin's kryptonite. He's 1 for 11 against him in his career. Time to change that. A Brave at every base. Arcia at third, Albies second, Olson at first. One ball, no strikes. High fly to right, but he got under it. Soto is there, and Voth puts out the fire, but the Braves have a couple of 3-run innings. To the 4th we go. Braves enjoy a commanding 6-1 lead.
President and Chief Beer Merchant of Leinenkugel Brewer Company, joining me now on the Leinen porch. And first of all, we got to revisit that first pitch, because the first thing you said to me was this night, like I said, this night.
5 years ago. 5 years ago,
I thought that was better?
That was our 150th anniversary, and now we're 155 years old. It's so great to be here in Atlanta. First pitch, Dick Leinenkugel. I'm going to give this out to a youngster tonight, somebody that wants to take home a baseball. Yeah, I don't need this.
Give him some advice on that first pitch.
But I will not give him or her a Leinenkugel summer shandy.
And let's talk about the summer shandy and the partnership here with the Braves. It's been a pretty spectacular one, has it not?
It's been a great partnership with the Atlanta Braves. You know, the Braves got their start in Wisconsin, in the Milwaukee Braves, and that's where we're from, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Been there for 155 years. My great-great-grandfather started brewing beer for the Lumberjacks that were in northwest Wisconsin back in the 1800s. So it's so great to have this partnership with the Atlanta Braves. The little-known fact is that we had an affiliate of the Milwaukee Braves in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, 13 miles away from Chippewa Falls, and people like Hank Aaron, Joe Torre, Frank Torre, Bob Uecker all played baseball in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, 13 miles away from where this Leinenkugel Summer Shandy is brewed today.
How about that?
That's pretty cool.
The summer shandy and baseball was meant to be
Braves history, and here we are in Atlanta, 155 years later, still selling Leinenkugel Summer Shandy and being part of a great baseball tradition.
What's the feedback you get from folks around here? Because, boy.
It was so fun walking into the stadium tonight and seeing two people drinking Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. I went up to them, introduced myself, and she said, "That's the only beer I drink." And I said, "God bless you, ma'am. I love you."
Well, I know the guys in the booth would say the exact same thing, and they'd love to have a case sent their way, so I'm just throwing that out there because I'll get in trouble if I don't. But I know you have the final say in this interview.
Yeah, so Frenchie and I are going to do some snowmobiling up in northern Wisconsin. Over to you, Frenchie.
Heck yeah, I'm in. I'm in. We're going to stop and have a beer too. Why not?
He's going to have a beer too on the way. Guys.
Thanks, Kelly.
Love it.
You on a snowmobile. I'm a little worried about that.
Well, my mom's from up that way, so we were talking tonight before.
Soto puts it in play. The Braves had a shift on. He stepped out of the box, didn't get time called, took a strike, and is retired by Bryce Elder. There's the first out.
Got a chance to see Dick on the way in. And we were talking about, I met him again a few times, and we were talking about snowmobiling in Wisconsin. And I told him, because my mom's from up there, so we used to go up there every winter and do it. So he invited me up. He said he's got 4 snowmobiles.
Great.
Got the whole thing. I won't have to rent any gear. I'm like, I'm in.
Well, we've always known that about you. Deep pockets, short arms. So if it's free, you're in. That'll be a lot of fun, though. Do you think Dick Leinenkugel will stock away some of those summer shandies for you to enjoy in the wintertime?
He will.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be a bad time to try one during the game tonight, wouldn't you say?
I love his homework too on baseball, though. That's.
I'm telling you, he's Funk, your Wagnalls. It's encyclopedic with the baseball knowledge here tonight as Josh Bell digs in. But the Braves are so excited and grateful for their fantastic corporate sponsorships, including the folks at Leinenkugels.
155 years.
As Josh Bell takes outside, 2 balls and a strike. Elder set down 9 straight. And again, he's not afraid to throw the ball inside. Just missed there. 3-1 the count. Hope you appreciate Kelly Kroll's hard work with those interviews. We're back and forth with guys like Dick Leinenkugel and the other guests that we have at the ballpark are so terrific. As a little pop hit toward Riley, that'll be easy. That'll be the second out. Elder rolling merrily along, 10 up, 10 down. He leads 6-1. They've scored 3 in the second, 3 in the third. This kid's just going about his business, Jeff. And maybe the key play in the game was the Bell double play. All 3 of the first balls put in play were hit hard, but he gave up just 1 run.
I love the efficiency too. Look at that, 42 pitches. 1 out left to get through 4.
Yadiel Hernandez, the DH. Remember, he took over that spot minutes before first pitch tonight. Nelson Cruz was scratched by the Nationals. No reason was given for that change. So Lane Thomas took over and left. Hernandez, the DH. and didn't get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just goes to show you, you don't have to throw 99 miles an hour to get people out in this game. Elder said some of the secrets to his success as he rose rapidly through the Braves system was recognizing where a hitter's holes were. He said if you put the ball where the hole is, you got a chance to be successful. Boy, was he that in the minor leagues last year. 11-5, 133 innings, 155 strikeouts, 27% strikeout rate in the Brave system, and that obviously opened a lot of eyes. Pitching at a big college, and good work this spring.
And depending on what he continues to do up here, you love though the fact that he threw 133 innings last year. It's a good bit for a minor league season.
He got Hernandez to swing and miss at a changeup. Boy, was that effective. 2 straight shutdown innings. Bryce Elder, one of the stories tonight. He's retired 11 in a row. The Braves lead it 6-1. Brought to you by Xfinity. Big crowd for Austin Riley's bobblehead night. The Braves have chased Patrick Corbin. Bryce Elder is making his major league debut. Gave up hits to the first 2 batters he faced, but has since, Jeff, retired 11 straight men.
You said it. He's throwing strikes. He's throwing all his pitches. It's been really impressive.
Braves forced Patrick Corbin to throw 83 pitches in 2 2/3 innings tonight. And now Austin Voth will start his first full frame with Marcell Ozuna in the 4th. Ozuna is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Hammer to center. Robles going back. That ball is gone. Straightaway center for Marcell Ozuna. Jeff, you said it. When Voth comes in the game, fireworks often follow. They just did.
That ball was hit hard. I mean, the whole question of is it going to be high enough to get out? He hit it so low. It's kind of like Matt Olson's the other day. Again, staying at the big part of the field, Marcell. Look at that fastball up in the zone, and he's so strong. Look at him just throw those hands.
And the Braves have had a couple of soft hits in this game, but everything else has sounded like an M80. So it's 7-1. Braves have 10 hits. Voth has now allowed 12 home runs to the Braves in his young career. .108 off the bat. As d'Arnaud hits, he's 2 for 2. Foul back toward us. Really loved Travis's approach against Patrick Corbin. Didn't try to do too much, Jeff. Just put the ball in place, hit it where it was pitched, and hit it to right field.
Yeah.
0-2 count. Voth had a nice finish to regular season play last year. 1.93 ERA over the final 10 games in which he pitched. But he's given up 2 rockets to start inning number 4.
Man, 2 balls to right field to start the night for d'Arnaud, and now 2-strike hit. That's the thing, the Braves, a couple 2-strike, bunch of 2-out hits tonight, something we hadn't seen too much this year.
Well, what a simple approach. Right? Didn't even lift the foot. Well, the good times rolling for Atlanta. 11 hits. Adam Duvall, the batter. He's 2 for 2. Mile high pop up. Will this stay in play? Little collision in front of the netting, but Michael Franco makes the play, and Duvall pops out for out number 1.
Boy, they're getting some healthy hacks right now. Guess there wasn't much communication there. I mean, that's Franco's ball all the way, but my guess is Luis didn't hear him calling it.
Well, maybe Dansby can get going against Voth. Again, this is the right guy for the Atlanta offense.
They talked about 11 homers in 11 games. Now make it 12. Only 38 innings pitched.
Dansby is 0 for 2. Runner at first for him with 1 out. And taken low. Ball 1. Foul past Ron Washington for the Braves shortstop. A ball and a strike. Another subtle change to the Braves batting gear. The script A's in gold on the batting helmets. Ron Washington and Eric Young wearing the helmets in the third and first base coaching boxes respectively. And the 1-1. Well, here's a chance for Dansby to drive something into a gap. He's got a hitter's count. A struggling pitcher. The Braves have a big lead. Big hole right side for him. And here we go. 3 balls and a strike. It's been a very effective pitch for Corbin and Voth. That inside corner, where the ball just grazes the inside edge.
So he's really trying to keep that ball in, try to get him to roll over.
But as you know, with Dansby, you better get it farther than in, or he'll yank it down the left field line. That's when he's at his best. Now full count. d'Arnaud at first, 1 out. Swing, fly ball, that's cracked toward left. Thomas on the run, not getting that. He overran it. It's up against the wall and ricochets back toward the infield. Around third, d'Arnaud. He will score standing up. There you go, Dansby. Braves head on. It's 8-1.
You called it. You better get that ball in, and he didn't. Dansby needed that. Some good extra base hit. Pulled the hands in beautifully.
First 2-strike hit for Dansby this year. Lane Thomas has been running from pillar to post all night long in left.
Outfielders got a little workout in.
So the Braves offense is rolling now. It's 8-1, 12 hits. 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 here in the fourth, and only 1 man out. This is more like it.
Yeah, right.
A lot more fun when you're on this side of a
Flip the script on him tonight.
lopsided score. And low, 1 ball, no strikes. That's going to be a big challenge for the Nationals this year. Can guys like Josiah Gray take a step forward? Can Anibal Sanchez give them innings? He's hurt right now. Anibal was supposed to pitch here last night, but he's got a bad neck that forced him to the injured list. Patrick Corbin's their highest paid active starting pitcher, and he's been rocked in his first 2 outings. And they don't know, frankly, when Steven Strasburg's coming back. So they may score some runs, but pitching, pitching.
Fortunately, for them, they might see more nights like this than they wish to see.
2 balls, no strikes for Heredia. Paulo Espino is up in the pen again for the Nats. And Guillermo took a strike. Well, we said it last night. No disrespect to Washington, but they finished in last place in the East last year. If you want to win what's expected to be a hotly contested division, Jeff, these are hugely important games.
Look, in 15 and 16, they beat up on the Braves.
Yep.
For those 2 years.
That's when the Braves were in the midst of their rebuild.
Yeah, so that's the thing. They took care of business. Same thing. Yeah, they're down right now. One thing the Braves have done a really good job the last 4 years. You know, the Marlins have gotten better now, but they've taken care of the division.
Might get loud here, folks. 3 balls and a strike. Oh, he tried to and fouled it away for a full count. Every Brave starter has reached base at least once. And we're only in the home 4th inning. They are frolicking around the bases here in game 2 against the Nats. And Heredia takes ball 4. Another free pass. The Braves have earned 4 of those tonight. And Orlando Arcia is coming up as we approach 9 o'clock. Another visit by Jim Hickey. And while they talk things over, here's a quick message from our friends at Academy Sports.
With our free in-store assembly and pre-assembled grills and smokers, buy online at academy.com and pick up in-store. So keep those grilling plans at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Jim Hickey's been around a long time. He's a good pitching coach, and he's trying to mold this relatively inexperienced national staff, waiting for kids like Cade Cavalli and Gerardo Carrillo to make their way through the national system. That's their next wave of young pitchers. But a tough outing tonight for Patrick Corbin. Tough times for Austin Voth here in the 4th as the 9th place hitter for the Braves. DH Orlando Arcia is up for the 3rd time. He's 1 for 2. Two on, 1 out. Dansby and Heredia, the Braves runners.
Both just falling behind right now too many times. Just having to throw that fastball over the plate.
Braves have taken advantage of their chances in run scoring opportunities tonight. 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They've left 6 on base and have scored 8 times already. And the Nationals defense has been on its feet a long time in the game. The pitch. The sweeper. It's 1-2. We talk about that all the time, the effect that has on a defense, right? You're standing out there pawing and hoping somehow to get out of an inning.
Well, and this would be different if this was the only inning, but
right.
It's besides that first inning, that defense has been out there a long time.
Both ready is 1-2. And Ruiz another body block. Well, the ballpark looks beautiful tonight. All the World Series banners hanging, the flag in right center field. World Championship banner below the Delta scoreboard in left. Battery all lit up. Man, what a great night for a ball game. And we hope you'll consider joining us tomorrow afternoon for the homestand wrap-up. And Max Fried on the mound. The pitch. A little pop into shallow center. Robles is not going to get that. Crack of the bat. Dansby's running. He's going to come home and score. As that ball had some backspin on it. It backed up like Amen Corner at the Masters.
Everything is falling right now.
Another hit and RBI for Arcia. Swanson scores. It's 9-1 Braves.
Good read by Dansby too, realizing this was, you said it was a cue ball off the end. Arcia telling Heredia to go.
So wedge shot from Arcia. 4th hit of this inning. 3 more runs across. And we go back to the top and Ozzie Albies. He was trying to hit one into the chop house.
I was going to say it's game on right now.
Yep. Braves had 4 hits in the game last night. They had 4 hits in the 2nd inning alone tonight. 5 hits in the 3rd. 4 hits in the 4th inning here. That's what's so great about baseball. You have a rough night, you turn the page and start fresh the next day. Ozzie in a 2-strike hole with Matt Olson on deck. Braves cleanup hitters are cleaning up tonight. They have 7 hits. And they've scored 6 runs. Fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As you said last night, it's only a matter of time until they get going. Hopefully this is a spark where the Braves can go on a hot streak here for the next couple of weeks. as they forced Voth into 30 pitches.
It's still the bottom of the fourth.
Say Voth's gotten 2 outs.
It seems like he's just trying anything he can, and Bryce Elder's trying to get himself to stay loose. But I'll say this, it's been impressive. Even those long innings, he's come back out. Bryson had 2 shutdown innings.
Well, we know the kid can pitch. We also know he's well rested.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been able to watch this offensive explosion on the Braves bench. Bouncing ball to first. Bell will step on the bag. He'll throw wide of second. Run down. Now you got a chance to steal a run. Now the peg to the plate. Another pickle. Heredia between third and home. Still in it. Still in it. Still in it. And the catcher gets in the way. Now a run down between second and third, but we got a dead ball. We got a dead ball.
Yeah.
They're going to call interference on the catcher, Ruiz, and that'll score a run.
Oh my. I don't know if I've seen that. Wow.
For a man who doesn't like pickles, my partner really enjoyed that last play.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
And once the interference call is made, the ball is dead, and you can award the next base.
Yeah, the thing confused me right away was Arcia. He would have been safe if he would have just gone into second. I don't know why he stopped to come back and get in a pickle, but once they did, what a great job by both those guys. Wow.
You never quit on the play, and that's the way the Braves stole a run tonight to make it 10-1. A 4-run inning. Think Snit drew up that base running play down in spring training?
I mean, that's when you know things are going your night. Washington 116 pitches so far in 3 2/3. You talk about defense and sitting out there on the field. It's a long time to be out there.
One ball, 2 strikes. All Braves in game 2. This has not been the best defensive effort for the Nationals, and the Braves have taken advantage of that. Olsen ready, and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Arcia at third. Deuces wild for Matt Olson. And that's the other thing. It's 2-2, 3-2 to every hitter. Full count pitch. And Olsen swings and misses, and that retires the side. Well, a crazy fourth. Had some obstruction, had some hits, had a whole lot more fun. 4 more runs for the Braves. It's 10-1 Atlanta. Atlanta. Big league great Jack Morris used to walk into the locker room before every start and say, boys, I've never lost with 10. Let's see if Bryce Elder can work his way through this 5th inning. He's got a commanding 9-run lead in his major league debut. All he's done, Jeff, is set down the last 11 in order.
And as we said, for sitting, 20, 25 minutes, 20 innings, that's what's been nice to see. Very composed still.
Yeah, that's something fans, I think, don't take into consideration. Guys go out and pitch, but it's the get-ups, sit-downs, and get-back-ups that you worry about in the early going major league season. Keibert Ruiz skies that to right. It'll be 12 in a row retired. Elder has out number 1 in the 5th.
Now, not only that, but you can really, with his pitch count right now, Chip, you get through 6 or 7 like that, you really save your pen for tomorrow. Put that West Coast trip.
The Braves start this season with 14 straight days before they have a day off. That first day off will come when we return from Los Angeles on the 21st. We'll welcome the Marlins in town the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Jorge Soler will be back, and he'll be presented his World Series ring.
He should get a great standing O for that.
And then once the game starts, they'll boo him. Right?
You might. No, you'll cheer him one time.
One? Really?
Yeah, if he strikes out, we'll cheer him every time.
Right.
It's kind of like Adam Duvall last year when we were like, oh, it's great to have Adam back and 6 home runs in.
Yeah. Well, you
all right, buddy.
As Franco takes downstairs, 2 balls and a strike.
And I think it's great, too. You're talking to Snit and even Alex Anthopoulos with Jorge Soler. Said, it would have been great to have him back, but, good for him, too. A guy that came over here.
Into center, and that's going to get down and past Duvall. That ball skipped past him. And Michael Franco on his way to second.
Franco's seeing the ball good right now. And one of the fastest playing surfaces in baseball. You can see Adam took a pretty good route to this, and it just skipped on him.
So a 2-base hit for Michael Franco. His 5th hit of this series, and that snaps the 12 in a row run for Bryce Elder. Now Lane Thomas hits. He grounded out in the shift. That was in inning number 2. The outfield swings way around toward right against Lane Thomas. He's hit the ball to left center a couple of times in this series. Let's see how Elder approaches this. First pitch strike. 0-1. Bryce has to get through 5 with a chance to win the game. It's our second big league debut for a starting pitcher on this homestand. Hunter Green for the Reds was excellent in a victory for Cincinnati. Elder mesmerizing in his own way, not lighting up the radar gun, but pitching, which is so great to see.
Yeah.
Oh, 0-2 for Lane Thomas. He didn't chase it. A ball and 2 strikes. Washington a run on 3 hits. They've committed 2 errors. And Lane Thomas tied up. Elder has another strikeout. That's number 3 in his big league debut. 2 outs.
Look at that pitch. See the movement on it? A lot of late movement. As I said, it's not overpowering. It's not 95 in sync, but it's just running in on the whole time. And agreed with, Strider's scouting report on him. I mean, he's throwing all 3-4 pitches for strikes and mixing them up nice.
Lucius Fox was originally part of the Giants organization, was born in the Bahamas, went to high school in Florida, went back to the Bahamas where he was an international draft pick. Got an $8 million signing bonus, then went to Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and now the Nats are giving him a look. He and Jazz Chisholm of the Marlins, two Bahamian natives.
Yep.
Two-0 pitch. And like Jazz Chisholm, this kid's not afraid to swing the bat, is he?
No.
Not getting cheated. 2-1.
Yeah, he's taking a hack.
Fox opened some eyes for the Nationals a couple of games ago. Laid down a sacrifice bunt that scored a run. And getting a chance to start at short for them tonight. 2-1 pitch. Right on the hands again. Elder back in the count, 2-2.
You know, even with this lead tonight, if you get late, I wonder if we'll see Jansen or Matson. Those guys haven't pitched since what, Friday night, I think.
Yeah, it's been a couple of
Friday
days.
night.
But you wonder too, with a quick turnaround tomorrow. Not a night game, a day game for the Braves.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Didn't chase it, full count. Maybe this is where you see Jackson Stevens at some point. Just brought up. Stevens and Elder were brought up from AAA Gwinnett. William Contreras and Tucker Davidson were sent back to the Stripers.
Stripers open up at home tonight, I think.
Do they?
Yeah, I think they open the season up.
So good luck to Gwinnett as Lucius Fox awaits a payoff pitch, and he struck him out. Changeup. Wow, nerves of steel. Bryce Elder, he's qualified for a win in his debut tonight.
The fifth, Braves with a 9-run lead, and Bryce Elder in his major league debut is cruising along. 5 innings, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks so far in our indescribably Zaxby's good play. And I am thrilled now to be joined by Bryce's parents, Casey and Jeff, who, as you can imagine, the last 12 hours have been quite a whirlwind. So why don't you go back and relive, Casey, what it's been like just to get here and be able to see your son here tonight?
Well, we got the call, well, I guess 12 hours ago, and it was, we've been in a whirlwind ever since, a huge whirlwind. We got our plane reservations about 11 last night, threw a few things in the suitcase, and I didn't sleep much. He slept a little, and then we were off to the airport, and we live about 45 minutes away from the airport, and so our family, my brother, my sister-in-law, and their son all came with us, and so that was really helpful. Kind of kept us calm, and got here, and here we are. Just surreal. I mean, we walked in, it's a beautiful, beautiful stadium, and we just couldn't believe we're here watching our son.
From Decatur, Texas, and Dad, you said you would have driven if you had to.
No doubt. I mean, no, yeah. I mean, if we couldn't have got a flight, then we would have driven. I mean, it's only 13 hours, you know, so no, I mean, it doesn't matter if it had been 20 hours. We would still win. We wouldn't miss it for anything at all, ever.
The moment he stepped out there on the mound, what were the emotions like?
Well, you know, it's a cliche about there's no words to explain. There aren't. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's surreal. It's something you don't always dream of. And now when it's happening, there's no other feeling. I don't know. You can't explain it. You really can't. I mean, you're just so proud of all the hard work and the dedication and so many people along the way that have helped him and to get to this point. And it takes everyone. It's not just one person. It takes a village. So that's a shot right there.
That was a shot. Marcell Ozuna has a couple of home runs tonight. He is on
Got
fire.
the boomstick out tonight. Third ball, he's absolutely scolded. Double, and now back-to-back home runs for him, and back-to-back innings. No doubter.
That one came off Paulo Espino, Kelly. So yeah, Bryce Elder is going to say, wow, if I get 10, 11 runs every game, I might never lose, right?
And that's what Jeff just said to me. He goes, it doesn't hurt to get run support like that here tonight. Coached his T-ball team growing up, and I know, Mom, you had to take him to all kinds of practices to understand and even think about back then that this would be how it played out. Could you have imagined that?
No, not at all. Actually, he didn't. He wanted to be a golfer. And so when he decided his junior year, or actually his senior year, I guess, when he decided I want to play college baseball, and that just kind of, he's been driven ever since that moment when he decided he wanted to do it. You know, it was his dream. It was his dream to play at the University of Texas, and we didn't know that it played out that he just got there. He was going to go to a JUCO, and he got there, and then it was his dream he saw, I want to be a professional baseball player. And so it's truly a dream come true. Tonight is just, and to get to watch your son, you know, it just doesn't happen to everybody. And so we are so blessed and just so thankful for the opportunity. I had a good friend today, and I need to give a shout out to all the people back home. From all over the state of Texas. You can't imagine the amount of texts, calls, prayers, the support we've been given is, I mean, our sincerest, heartfelt thanks goes to all of those people. But a friend, she was like, just, you know, breathe deep, smile big. He's won already. And so it's about, you know, thankful for the opportunity that he's here and proud of that moment, but proud of his character and that he's always been a hard worker and had strong character. And so we just couldn't be more proud.
You wanted to say something.
I don't even remember what it was. But exactly everything she said. It's just been the whole journey, which I hope it's just starting now, but it's just been, you know, like she said, from going to the University of Texas, and the people down there, the coaches, the university, everything. It's just been, he couldn't have done it without him. So it's been really good.
Well, thank you guys for sharing this emotional night and moment. It's really nice meeting you, and we've enjoyed the performance so far, and I think I'm going to send it back to you guys in the booth with this. Jeff told me a moment ago that of the two of them, Casey's probably the one that gets a little more nervous, and he looks at every opportunity as one to learn. So I thought that was pretty telling from a coach up here in the stands, guys.
Well, the coach has to be real happy with the pupil. He's enjoying an 11-1 lead, and he goes to the 6th in his first major league game. One after 5 innings tonight. For every home run hit by the Braves over the next 4 years, Truist will donate $755 to the Braves Foundation's Henry Louis Aaron Fund with a minimum commitment of $1 million. As of this morning, the Braves have hit 3 homers. There's your total raised. 2 more home runs for Atlanta tonight. Marcell Ozuna has them both, his 12th career multi-homer game. And Atlanta enjoying an 11-1 score. Now we turn our attention to the other big story, Bryce Elder's big league debut. He's given up a run on 3 hits, and he's already qualified for the win. Let's see, Jeff, how deep he can take this baby.
Man, I'd love to see him get through 6. I think it'd be outstanding the way he's pitched tonight, the way he's had to sit in the dugout and wait between some of these long innings.
What do pitchers do?
down there? You're in the dugout, or we're not.
Yeah, I mean, I think different guys. You'll see some guys go get on a bike or even go to, now all the batting cages for the most part are right down there, so they'll go throw in there, but it's tough. Good news for him, it's not a cold night tonight too, so that helps. It was Friday or Saturday night when you're sitting in that dugout at 42 degrees.
Yeah, with 15 miles an hour of wind.
Yeah, a little different.
Whistling through there. As that just missed. 3 balls and a strike. Something else I think that's really helped Bryce is d'Arnaud. You can see him encouraging this kid. Makes a good pitch, even if it's called a ball. He's working with him. That push and pull, as it were, as Robles hammers that ball a mile high down the line. And that baby is foul into the Hank Aaron terrace, but he pulled it just a bit too much. He's used that changeup a lot in 2 strike counts. He struck out the last 2 Nationals batters. 4 in total for Bryce Elder. And a soft roller hit toward Olson. He'll vacuum that up. Quick feed into the bag. Nice comeback. 1 out.
Like that. Good job covering your PFP. Knowing a fast runner like Robles got over there quick.
8 ground ball outs and 4 strikeouts. And 69 pitches through 5 1/3 innings. Very, very efficient. So when a kid pitches like this and makes his debut and doesn't look phased, doesn't look rattled by the 3rd deck or the championship banners or the locker room he's playing for, you automatically start to think, well, what happens 5 or 6 days from now? Will Bryce Elder stay in the Braves rotation when they go on the road to San Diego and LA?
It's got my vote.
1 ball, 1 strike.
It's so funny because you hear about guys talked about in the minor leagues a lot, and Bryce is not one of those guys that pops off the radar for a lot of things, but I think after last year, showing how many pitches he's able to throw for strikes, pound the zone, he's been as good as advertised tonight.
Well, again, if you're just joining us, something Bryce Elder said that helped him in his minor league career is he found hitters' holes. He had that ability, and he's not afraid to and is not unable to throw the ball where that spot is. Seems so simple in concept. Yeah. Obviously, it's hard to do, but he's made it look very easy tonight. Even when he falls behind Jeff, he comes back and makes competitive pitches and keeps the ball off the barrel.
3-1. Now he's back to a 3-2. Joe Snick got some confidence. 74 pitches. He doesn't have anybody warming up either.
Into the shift. Another ground ball out. Cesar Hernandez. 2 outs, and Soto coming up. Soto tonight 1 for 2, a 1st inning single. That was a bullet up the middle. He was erased on a double play from Josh Bell that scored the lone Nationals run. Then the Braves exploded for 11 runs. A 2-homer game for Marcell Ozuna. The 2nd of those homers for Marcell, by the way, the 175th home run of his career. Soto looking for his 100th career. And we'd like to see him get it after the Nationals leave town.
Yeah, go do it all you want on Thursday.
They open a 4-game series in Pittsburgh after they leave Atlanta. And he made a good hitter look bad with that swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Really impressed with his changeup.
Yeah, he's got a lot of swings over the top with it. Which to me shows you that he's had some good slider action, or I mean sinker action, because guys are thinking that that's what it is.
Fly ball right, and there's number 100, and no doubter. How far up into the bleachers will that go? 3/4 of the way up. Milestone home run for Juan Soto. And there's no shame in giving up a long ball to that guy.
No, you like him going after him. You got an 11-1 lead. And then you come back right here, you get Bell, and you've had a great outing still. Yeah, you missed there against him. Kind of cut right down middle.
He was hitting balls in batting practice into the second level of the chop house today, and that's with no wind. So it looks like a Nats fan caught that milestone home run. I'm sure someone from Washington will try to make a deal to get that historic homer for Juan Soto. As Bell's bidding to go back to back, and he just did. So 2 loud rockets here in the 6th inning. And Bell has his 2nd homer of the year. That ball fired back onto the field of play. So back-to-back homers, 11-3.
Same thing, missed over the middle of the plate, maybe a little bit down, but
good visit here by Rick Kranitz. Bryce has been cruising right along. 2 loud home runs, 2 outs, get through this inning and get a pat on the back. Job well done. While they chat, let's enjoy a quick message from Zaxby's.
It's the new Signature Club with bacon and cheese, remixed by Zaxby's.
Darren O'Day is starting to play catch in the Braves bullpen. $31,462 official attendance tonight. And Yadiel Hernandez, the hitter. Upstairs, ball 1. Bryce was so very efficient over the first 4 or 5 innings of this game. Fatigue might be factoring in just a bit. Pitch is not quite as crisp all of a sudden. Mislocations to Soto and Bell, and now he's gone 3-0 to Hernandez. Rifled toward the left center field gap. That's going to get down and bounce into the seats for a rule book double. So 3 straight extra base hits.
He's got a 1 or 2 if he's hit a little bit of a wall.
Right.
You know, he's up at that 85 pitch mark. So tough because he was just cruising, but everything's starting to miss up.
Brian Snitker told Travis d'Arnaud to go to the mound, buys a few more pitches for Darren O'Day, and I think Brian's going to go get his young right-hander. who pitched absolutely brilliant baseball tonight through 5 2/3 innings in his first major league game. Listen to the crowd in Atlanta welcome Bryce Elder to Atlanta, Georgia.
Braves Baseball is brought to you by the All-South Highway Safety Team. Always wear your seatbelt. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Well, this is a night we'll remember for a long time. I know Bryce Elder will never forget it. His first big league game, he was terrific. And I hope he doesn't think more about the last 3 hits than what he did over the first 5 2/3.
You see his face. He's exhausted. I think, it's been a long day emotionally too. And I thought he did really well. At the end, we just saw that ball missing up. And to me, that's a sign you're just getting tired. But I was really impressed tonight by his performance.
6 hits over 5 2/3 innings, no walks. And all of his pitches were really good and really effective, quite obviously. So he gives way for Darren O'Day. Keibert Ruiz, the catcher, runner at second, 2 outs. See if O'Day can get the ball on the ground. There's a good start. Strike 1. Nine ground ball outs for Bryce Elder in his first major league game. One 1. And O'Day jumps out in front. Good to have Darren back in the Braves bullpen. Veteran guy, different arm slot, different release point, different look for opposing hitters.
He threw what? Friday night he had a nice clean inning, or Saturday.
O'Day has a sign he likes. And it's popped out of play, foul. Max Fried for the Braves tomorrow. They'll take on Josh Bell and the Nationals, who will send Josiah Gray to the mound. Gray also big acquisition for Washington last year, part of the Trey Turner Max Scherzer sweepstakes. But we're not done yet in Atlanta tonight. It's only the 6th inning. 11-3 Braves lead. Pitch on the ground into the shift. Ozzy's got that, and that will retire the side. Bryce Elder gives up 3 runs in his first big league game. Mop your brow, get a pat on the back, kid. Job well done. Congratulations. Everybody's having fun at Truist Park tonight, unless you're a Nationals fan, because the Braves are thumping them tonight 11-3. Marcell Ozuna's put on a show at the plate with a double and 2 homers. Travis d'Arnaud, 3 hits, 3 runs scored. Guillermo Heredia with his first start in a while, 3 runs scored. And for the Nationals, Juan Soto, a milestone home run, number 100. His home run, we understand, was actually caught by a Braves fan. But fans here at Truist Park so friendly, so kind to the visiting fans, that fan handed the ball to the customer wearing the Nationals jersey tonight.
What a guy. Nice person.
So Paulo Espino back to work. Dansby Swanson leads off, lower third for the Braves. 7, 8, 9 spots for Atlanta. They've scored 4 runs. So look, this is what happened. Soto hits the mammoth home run. Braves fan makes the play. And a fan wearing a Soto shirt ends up with that.
That's nice.
Little pop into shallow right. Soto coming to the line and gets there for out number 1. Reminds me of the play last year with the Phillies. Remember? Somebody handed the Phillies fan the ball and the kid dropped it in the bullpen and Dad was just all over it.
Yep.
That's the nice fan. So
both just texting away.
I'm guessing the Nationals fan has maybe been summoned by the Washington PR staff to try to make a deal to exchange the home run ball for something else. As Guillermo Heredia digs in. So after the Josh Bell homer, that fan returned what was obviously a defective baseball. That one was broken.
He wasn't having any of it.
No, got to get rid of that one. I don't know what the going rate is for souvenirs of the magnitude of a 100th home run. Maybe a bat, another autograph ball, maybe a picture, chance to meet after the game. But I can guarantee you this: Juan Soto is going to hit multiple hundreds of homers in his career.
Yeah.
We are so blessed in this game to see such great generational talent coming up and doing these things at the ages that it's being done. Look at our team with Acuna and Albies, Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley, Kyle Wrights, the Max Frieds of the world. And you go around every major league team, you're looking at a young 20-something, not just star, but a stud. And even the teams rebuilding have great young players.
There's that Ephus curveball that he throws. Never gets there. 71 miles per hour.
And Heredia out on strikes. 2 quick outs in the Atlanta 6th. Here's Arcia. 2 hits, 2 RBIs tonight. Downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. Espino, the third Nationals pitcher of the game. Patrick Corbin started, and his woes in Truist Park continued. 6 runs in 2 2/3 innings. Austin Voth gave up 4 runs in an inning and a third. Now Espino with his second full inning. He's given up a homer tonight. Part of an 11-run, 14-hit attack for the Braves, paying back the Nationals, who won Game 1 11-2. Downstairs, 3 balls and a strike. And Arcia will take a walk with 2 outs, and it brings up Ozzie again. So a 2-out free pass, and we remind you the MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Truist Park. Buy and manage game tickets, unlock offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Runner at first with 2 outs. That home run by Soto, by the way, 23 years, 169 days old. The fastest to 100 home runs, Miguel Cabrera, who did it about 40 days faster. What a career he's had.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper's second. Ronald Acuna Jr., the Braves, is third at 23 years, 184 days. So Cabrera, Soto, Harper, Acuna all to 100 homers faster than Albert Pujols, who's closing in on 700 home runs. And he hit one tonight. He's 20 away. He has 680 lifetime. How many will that guy? How many will Acuna have when they finish playing, hopefully in another couple of decades?
It's all how healthy can you stay. With that talent they all have.
Ozzie last year, speaking of youthful stardom, the youngest second baseman in the history of the game with a 30 homer and 100 RBI season. We're talking guys like Rogers Hornsby and Joe Morgan and Ryne Sandberg and Jeff Kent. That's a heady list to be on top of. No balls, 2 strikes. I can't wait to see what records fall in our sport as the years go by with these kids doing so much so soon. I mean, Ozzie, 5th career opening day assignment. He's 25 years old.
Yeah, right.
Just remarkable. And he's one of many in our sport. We'll see a bunch of them in San Diego this weekend. The pitch. Somehow he held up. 2-2. Doesn't seem to be any problem for Albies after he wore a 95-mile-an-hour fastball in that series with the Reds. As Espino readies with his 2-2 pitch. There's that eephus, full count. So Bell will move behind Arcia at first base here.
Get a head start.
There he goes. And Ozzie takes another walk. Nats have walked 6 men. They've given up a couple of homers. And they've given up, what, 14 hits? And here's Matt. Olson has already walked twice. First Brave since 1900 to get on base twice or more in his first 6 games. What a way to make your presence felt on your new team.
Yeah, right.
Oh, rocket shot off Espino. That had to hurt. Bases are loaded. Oh man, that was a missile. 112 miles an hour off the bat. Let's see where it got Paulo.
Ooh, right on the side of the leg.
I'm surprised the leg didn't go dead at the point of contact. He still tried to make a play.
Yeah, it might be one of those things that he's fine to finish out this inning, but the moment you sit down.
He'll climb back to the top of the perch and make a couple of warm-up tosses just to make sure everything's in working order. Man, oh man, that's the scariest thing about the game. As hard as the ball is getting hit by these guys, when it comes right back through the box, you wonder about a pitcher's self-defense. He had no chance to get a glove up on a ball that came off the bat at 112 miles an hour.
That's one tough cookie right there. So he's all right.
Then you have to get back on the mound and not worry about another one coming back. So Austin Riley will bat with the bases loaded.
Come on, Austin. Bobblehead night.
Yeah, let's go. By the way, we saw the bobbleheads. Good looking.
It's a great one.
Resemblance for Austin. Blue eyes. That high finish with the bat. There are your Braves base runners. All this trouble with 2 out, 2 walks and a single. And Riley digging in. He's looking for his first hit of the series. The Braves have 15 tonight. How many bobblehead nights did you have?
2.
2. How was your luck? Do you remember?
Probably not great. I feel like bobblehead nights are never good luck. I mean, we got one every night right now in the booth here.
Point well taken. No balls in a strike. And that one at the tomahawk. It's 0-2. There's a little extra pressure, I guess, when everybody's there to salute you. You want to do good things.
Yeah, you want to.
Sometimes when you have the giveaway in your honor, it doesn't work out. There's the 0-2 count for Riley. That one off the glove of Ruiz. No advance. One year the Cubs had a poster giveaway for Randy Myers. Remember Randy?
Yeah.
Left-handed reliever. Had a save situation in the 9th inning. Blew the save. The fans in Chicago wadded up the posters and littered the field with them.
Yeah.
Ruiz got crossed up. He was lucky to get leather on that pitch, and Jim Wolf, the home plate umpire, gratefully did.
See Espino moving around a lot. He's trying to keep that right leg loose.
Can't tell if they're using the electronic pitch.
I don't think they are.
Signals. Nope. Yeah. Regular signs. It's 1-2. Bases full of Braves. We're in the 6th. And popped up. Bell gives chase to the warning track. And no play. After a friendly hop, fans battle for the souvenir. And a fan from Ackworth, Georgia made the play. Be a great time for Austin Riley to get the Grand Slam parade started for the Braves. They hit 10 of them last year. As the 1-2 pitch from Espino. It's hammered into the left field corner. 1 run is in. Ozzy's going to streak around and score. Olsen on his way to 3rd. Riley on his bobblehead night has a double and 2 RBIs.
There you go. He got a hanging breaking pitch there. That one just kind of spun. Austin was able to stay back on it.
So that's his first hit of the series. And look, Davey Martinez knows what's ahead. He's trying as best he can to get Espino through this 6th inning.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to use another pitcher. But 4 straight runners after 2 are out. And now red hot Marcell Ozuna's coming up. A double and 2 homers, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. He's 9 for 22 to start the season. (13-3) in favor of the Braves. driven to right center. Soto on his horse, still going. He's gonna get there, and that retires the side. Another big inning for the Braves, a 2-run double for Riley. It's 13-3. Three for 5, 2 homers, 7 RBIs at Nationals Park. That one almost out into the concourse level. Look at how young you were.
God, that was a good day.
It was a real good day.
Smoltz, I think, pitched that game, and he took me out for a nice steak dinner after that. Wasn't that nice?
And my math was wrong. That was 14 years ago today.
Yeah.
So you're even older.
There we go.
So, what was that like? 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Well, no, I mean the dinner. What was that like?
Oh, it's great.
Did you hit up John Hard for that?
No, Smoltzy.
Yeah. What did you make him pay hard? Was it? You didn't go
yeah. No, we went to the Capitol Grill up there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your favorite hangout. That's a good spot.
Absolutely. Get a good steak.
So
that was it's a good day.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thanks.
So a debut for the Braves. This is Jackson Stephens. Mentioned he was brought up today. Fresh arm in the bullpen. And Jackson signed to a minor league contract in January. Last year pitched in the Mexican League with Dos Laredos. Started 11 games. Was in the big leagues with the Reds in 2017 and 2018. So the 27-year-old right-hander makes his Braves debut, and he's got a 13-3 lead.
I remember with 28-man rosters, Snit said to us in spring training, you're going to see some guys get opportunities that, you might not necessarily know. And it's an example. I'm going to use a couple pictures yesterday.
So let's see if Stephens can make short work of Michael Franco and company, bottom part of the Nationals order. And these are important innings for the reasons Jeff mentioned. Short spring training, no days off. Anything you can do to save stress for your top guys in rotation and bullpen, and that is worth its weight in gold. This guy's got a good arm, throws hard, mid-90s. And Snit getting his first look at Jackson in live action here tonight. Got some great team nicknames in the Mexican League. I'd love to go see a game down there. Strike 3 at the knees. Franco knew that. He's retired. Good start for Stephens. Welcome to Atlanta. Strikeout number 1.
Yeah, right at the bottom of the zone and just locked him up.
They've got the serape makers down there, the Sultans, among others.
Well, it's a party while you play baseball, that's for sure.
I'll bet. There was a time when the Mexican League was kind of a rogue league. Back in the 50s, when players were trying to make more money, some of them, shall we say, defected to the Mexican League because the salaries were so much higher, and then were banned from coming back for a while. No longer the case now, as the internationalization of baseball continues. And credit to the Braves scouting the Mexican League. They found Stephens, who's going to get a ground ball out to Austin Riley, who's gone 50 or more games without an error. And he takes care of Lane Thomas quickly. 2 men out. Hope you'll stick around for the 7th inning stretch presented by Georgia Natural Gas. The storyline tonight, not just Atlanta's offense, but Bryce Elder. When the Braves needed somebody to come in to rotation, step up, and take the ball deep into the game, the kid from Texas did just that. So that'll be the subject in just a moment. As Lucius Fox is your hitter. Austin Riley moves into that rover spot in right field from his normal third base position. One error for Austin in his last 52 games.
That infield defense, they pride themselves with Wash.
Yeah, if you get to the ballpark early enough when the Braves are taking batting practice or infield practice, watching Ron Washington put his infielders through their paces with their drills is worth the price of admission. It is every day. 90 degrees, 40 degrees, does not matter. And the players love the work that man has put in. And it shows. Ozzie Albies, a perennial Gold Glove candidate. Dansby Swanson, 2 errors in his last 47 games. Olson can pick it at first. Even Marcell Ozuna, who plays the outfield, has started taking those ground ball hand-eye coordination drills with Ron Washington.
And whatever works, whatever gets you where you need to be.
So Fox in a 2-2 count. Steve Reich 3. A little of this, a little of that from Stevens. 1, 2, 3 out in the 7th with a couple of strikeouts. It's time for the stretch.
The Stretch is brought to you by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Welcome into the Stretch, presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Trevor Scales, Peter Moreland, and Brian Jordan out here in the Battery. And fellas, after we see just the second young pitcher brought up on the day for the Atlanta Braves, the first brother that stepped out there in Bryce Elder, 2020 draft pick out of Texas, shined in his major league debut.
Incredible performance. Probably found out he was starting about 12 hours ago. So for him to turn around and show up here this morning and do what he did today, he was in complete control. Got ambushed a little bit early with that bunt single, but after that was really good through 5 innings. Him and Travis d'Arnaud worked so well together tonight. You could see him sinking, cutting the ball. It was incredible. He's got 4 pitches that he can tunnel off. I'm going to get into that after the game, but he is incredible. BJ.
I thought it was about 6 pitches, man. I mean, it was almost like he was Greg Maddux-like. He's not going to overpower you with the fastball, but great movement. I love what I saw out of this young guy, and I was so happy for his parents to be able to make the flight here and see their son pitch a great game.
It was all love in the stands, certainly. Shouts to Kelly Crow for getting that interview. That is a definition of stay ready so you don't have to get ready. We will get you back to some more Braves baseball after a quick word from our friends at Georgia Natural Gas.
Ready to play ball with a new gas company? Georgia Natural Gas knocks it out of the park with simple service and great rates. And when it comes to helping the environment, GNG's Greener Life program makes it as easy as paying your gas bill. Sign up with a home team today at GNG.com.
Braves 13, Washington 3. Great job on the stretch. Elder was a terrific story tonight. Braves on their way to evening up this series at a game apiece. And we'll look forward to Max Fried pitching here tomorrow afternoon. Adam Duvall is set to go for Atlanta here in the 7th inning. d'Arnaud, Duvall, and Dansby Swanson, the first 3 scheduled here for the Braves. It's time for tonight's trip around the bases, brought to you by Destin Fort Walton Beach. All of a sudden, part of the Braves are getting a home run ball working. Travis d'Arnaud hit a home run on Sunday, used Matt Olson's bat too. They've developed a nice rapport, having a lot of fun with their home run trots, huh, Kelly?
Yeah, that's the case. And according to Matt Olson, just having a good time with it, of course, told me, you know what, if he keeps poking fun at how I run, I might start charging him to use those bats. But I did not realize, guys, in talking to Austin Riley this afternoon, that's a big thing for Travis d'Arnaud. He looks around at whoever's getting hits, and that's whose bat he's going to pick to use. And I guess that makes sense, right, Frenchie? It's all about the ones that have the hits in them.
Hey, if they're, keep them going. If it's, I don't mind it. And the way Travis is hitting right now, he's done a good job of picking the right bats.
Now, if you were going hot, if you had a bat as this one's popped up, will it stay in play?
Yeah, put it this way: if he broke one of the guys' bats, now we got issues.
Right, so let's say you've had a great week. You've hit a couple homers, 4 or 5 RBIs, a couple of knocks. 6,
That's where you say,
hits.
hey, I got a replica of the same bat. You can have it, but you ain't using this one.
But that one, okay. So,
or like you said, just don't break it.
Yeah, that's true. Now is d'Arnaud using his bat here, or is he using Olson's? I couldn't see if there was a signature on Travis's bat here. 1-2 count. Another pop. Keibert Ruiz is going to have a play and makes it on the warning track. d'Arnaud retired, one away in the home seventh. That was obviously not Olson's bat.
No, it couldn't have been.
That might have been a pitcher's bat. It's foul to the catcher. Here's Duvall. Adams got a couple of hits. Oh, he used Ozuna's bat.
And yeah, I mean, look at that.
So why not? I think we're starting to see a trend here. Olson hits a homer, or I should say d'Arnaud hits a homer using Olson's bat. Now he uses Ozuna's bat, and he's hit 2 homers tonight. Magic ran out in that at bat, though.
Yeah, see, that's what you wonder. I mean, is that because that's where, you know, everybody's different, I guess. But if I'm Marcel and I've hit 2 absolute bombs and that bat, he takes it up there and it breaks, I'm not happy.
Why is that bat even sitting in the back rack? Shouldn't that be sitting next to you on the bench? I mean, you know, wrap a towel around it, pour it a cup of coffee.
Yeah, right.
Keep it awake during the game. I mean, you saw the scene in Major League, obviously, right?
Absolutely.
Now, did you guys have ceremonies like that? Did you have any superstitions like that in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, you know, in a 162-game season, we did a lot of dumb stuff throughout the year. There's no doubt about that.
Well, that's refreshing to hear.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I would think if things are going poorly, you run the bats to the shower or something, have the blessing of the fleet, try to exercise the bad hitting demons. But no such problems tonight. 13 runs and 16 hits. And Fox went to a knee, tried to short hop it, didn't get it. And Duvall's aboard again. He's played Pemper with Lucius Fox a couple of times tonight. And Lucius hasn't had much defensive luck over there.
No, the ball picks up his 3rd single of the night.
Every Brave has a hit tonight, at least one of them. Stands to reason when there are 16 of them in the game. And I'm sure the Nats are saying make it 17 hits. I'm sure the Nats are saying the exact same thing we mentioned last night. Let the Braves get it out of their system before tomorrow afternoon's game. First pitch 12:20. Braves live at 11:30. I like those early start times on travel days. We'll have a long day ahead of us, heading out to San Diego and a long series with the Padres.
And hopefully win one tomorrow and fly out there at 4-3, feeling good. A good first homestand.
Yep, happy flights are always a good thing. One ball, one strike. Dansby with an RBI double in 4 trips. Well, all kinds of credit for Espino after getting rocked by that Olson base hit. He's still in the game.
Yeah, I was going to say that's tough hombre.
I like this guy.
Yeah, so do I.
He's a competitor. He is a competitor. And got a bad swing from Dansby there, and he strikes out for the 2nd time. 2 outs in the 7th. Guillermo Heredia coming up. But first things first, if you couldn't make it here last night to get your replica World Series ring, you've got 2 more chances. Monday, May 23rd, when the Phillies are here. And then Wednesday, June 8th, when Oakland is in town. 40,000 fans were in attendance. Actually, 42,000 were here last night. But if you're one of the first 40,000, you'll get your own replica World Series ring, and that's presented by Truist. Those games are going to sell out, so get your tickets now at Braves.com. May 23rd, June 8th. In the attendance tonight, 31,462 on a Tuesday night. Riley bobblehead. Braves have drawn 230,000 plus in their first 6 home games of the season.
I'm sure with your Bulldogs coming tomorrow.
It'll be a packed house. Jordan Davis going to throw out the first pitch. Going to do some renovations to our tabletop. Jordan gets to the booth. College football playoff championship trophy will be here. The World Series trophy will be here. Fans can take pictures here tomorrow. It's going to be a great day as we wrap up Champions Week. Real credit to the Braves and Bally Sports for such a wonderful way to start the season. And while we were all disappointed that the regular season didn't start on time, it really was a stroke of luck for the Braves to open at home this first week.
I was going to say that. It was, how nice was that to be able to have your first 7 games in front of the home crowd.
2-2 for Heredia, who's had a nice night in his start. When your 8th place hitter scores 3 runs, you're going to have a good night. And Guillermo wants time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind picking up just a bit, blowing out toward right. We're at 77 degrees at the start of play this evening. We'll have beautiful weather, we presume, tomorrow. And there's that slow curveball. This guy is something else. Espino gets the Braves in the 7th, and we head to the 8th. Our T-Mobile coverage cam for the best coverage in the game. Check it out with T-Mobile. Austin Riley with an RBI double, highlighting his night, part of a 13-run, 17-hit attack. Victor Robles will lead off the 8th inning.
Yeah,
Stevens back out there. Sorry, Jeff.
Needless to say, the Braves have offensively kind of took out some frustration.
Yep. And fouled back by Robles. Steve, Reich 1. Stevens is impressing. 84-mile-an-hour slider. Fastball's been 90 to 93.
Who's mixing it up?
And a swing and a miss by Victor Robles, who's had a tough night tonight. 0 for 3 with an error that cost the Nationals a couple of runs. Time for a quick message from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
Back to the top, Cesar Hernandez. He got the night off to a crazy start. First pitch of the game for Bryce Elder as a major leaguer, and Hernandez laid down a perfect bunt single.
You know, what a start to the game for him. Not Hernandez, but Elder. After 3 pitches, it was 1st and 3rd. After Soto ripped that ball up the middle. And he damage control. Got the double play ball by Bell. Got out of it and kind of went on cruise control.
Yeah, I thought at the time that was the biggest sequence in the game because it could have spiraled out of control.
And for a young guy out there making your first start.
So he got that double play and then racked up 12 straight outs. And then 14 of 15 through the 5th inning. And by that time, the Braves offense had gone to work and he had a very comfortable lead. Bryce tired just a bit, but Atlanta's defense has been outstanding. Hernandez flies out. 2 men down. Soto coming up for the Nationals. You can enter for a chance to win your very own authentic World Series ring. World Series ring sweepstakes benefits the Braves Foundation. Your entry starts at $21. The sweepstakes close on May the 9th, so head to braves.com/ring to enter today. That's right. For $21, you could end up with an authentic World Series ring. Check it out at braves.com. So there's the young man that received Soto's 100th home run ball.
He ain't letting go of it, I'll tell you that.
Well, they need to get Kyle Brostowitz, the media relations guy for the Nationals, who used to work here in Atlanta, out there to negotiate a deal. Wouldn't you think Soto would want that home run ball?
Some people don't care. He might be saying, "What? I'm gonna hit another 100 here soon."
And missed inside, ball 3. 3-0.
Or maybe Cal didn't want to go all the way out there.
Well, Cal's a big guy. That's it's a long walk. You got your first home run ball, didn't you?
First one, yeah.
Yeah. Did you get your 100th?
I think so.
No. 3-0 count.
If I did, it's in the backyard. The kids just playing with it.
Brayton took it out. He's playing t-ball with it.
He's trying to drop it over the slide.
Uh-huh. The 3-1 pitch. And Soto takes another walk. I wonder how many this guy's going to end up with. Such a patient, powerful hitter.
Well, he's a lot like Chipper in the fact that, you know, he doesn't chase outside the zone much, and he doesn't expand. And what I mean by that is, you know, there's certain situations sometimes you ask a guy maybe like him, maybe he can hit one outside the zone. Chipper would never change his approach.
Yeah, it's Joey Votto-like in the Joey Votto 1.0 mode,
yeah.
Right? It's a 13-3 game. He's not going to change his approach or stray away from his plate discipline just to hit a quote meaningless home run. He'll take the walk, get on base. As Bell wails away and fouls it back. He went back-to-back with Soto in the 6th inning. But I would think, Jeff, that takes a great deal of discipline.
Well, for sure.
Because it's a game of numbers.
But, you know, the great ones know what they want, know what they're looking for, and they usually don't go away from it.
0-1 pitch. And taken low from Jackson Stevens, whom the Braves would love to see pitch the final 3 innings of this game. He's got an inning and 2/3 under his belt. No hits, 3 strikeouts, and just the Soto walk. Braves don't hold him. As that straightens up Josh, 2-1 the count. Like Bryce Elder, the Braves starter, Josh Bell is a Texas native. He was on his way to the University of Texas before the Pirates gave him a big signing bonus. This kid's had some good years in the major leagues. And that one is pulled foul. Got a quick bat, a lot of power.
He can hit.
.27 homers, 88 RBIs, 75 runs, 65 walks last year. 52 extra base hits.
Yeah, I can't remember what year it was, 18 or 19 with Pittsburgh, when him and Freddie were 1 and 2 in the All-Star voting for first base.
That's hit to short, race to the bag. Dansby beats Soto, and Stevens has a scoreless 8th. Bottom half coming up. It's all Braves. Thanks for joining us on Bally Sports.
At Truist, when you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
All Braves tonight. Plenty of smiles in Braves country. Ron Washington's rocking the baby to sleep with 13 runs, 17 hits. And in a game like this, it is fun to see a position player pitching. D. Strange Gordon, whose dad was Flash Gordon, and is Flash Gordon, I should say.
I was going to say he is
on the mound to pitch the Atlanta 8th. And his first pitch, a strike, in there at 61 miles an hour. It was one of the great moments last year. Freddie Freeman and Anthony Rizzo. It was so fun to watch.
Yeah, but it put Freddie in a funk for a little bit too.
Correct.
So it wasn't that funny after the fact.
High fly ball, deep left. Thomas drifting back to the edge of the track. And Arcia just missed a home run. And he's smiling.
Yeah, this is how it usually happens. He'll come in, go 1, 2, 3, and walk in and tell the guys that's how it's done.
Now, what we also saw in that game when Anthony Rizzo pitched, Ozzie Albies would normally bat left-handed against a position player. He's going to bat right-handed. And D. Strange Gordon says, whew.
Hey, he's got a good little 59-60 right there every time.
What do we say all the time? You don't have to throw hard. You just have to throw strikes.
He had 2 home runs last year with the righty on righty.
It's fun in games, and a game like this, I get it. But as a hitter, did you like this?
No, it's worse.
Really?
There's no win situation.
Ozzie hits one deep to left. Making another homer. Into the Hank Aaron Terrace. They all count.
I think this was a little different too when you talk, because he's just kind of lobbing it in there at 59-60. You know you can put the ball in play.
Right.
It's when a guy comes in, he's throwing mid-80s with something.
Had a little movement though.
Yeah, right into his bat.
Right. Oh, Ephus pitch.
34.
I love it. This makes it fun, man. Olson's trying not to laugh. This is the definition of below hitting speed.
Yeah.
Flash has to call D and say, son, you need to work on your curveball.
Have the curveball that Flash did.
Lifted toward left and out of play.
See, this is where it gets interesting, Chip. This is where it gets interesting. You can't strike out on this.
You can't?
No, you will never live it down. You want to talk about the base running?
Oh. Heated him up at 81, and I'll bet that looked like 181. Look at Matt. Little sidearm action, and Olson takes a walk, ball 4.
Tell you what, if that other pitch was a little more in, he had him.
Our pal Joe Simpson was a position player, pitched in a game, and he struck out a batter named Spike Owen. And after the game, Spike Owen signed his bat and sent it to Joe and said, to the nastiest lefty in the American League.
I played with Mitch Meyer, and he pitched against the Red Sox when I was with the Royals and shattered Jason Varitek's bat.
Really?
Yeah, and Varitek signed it to him, and he framed it, got it at home.
I love it. 1 ball, 1 strike. I love the pace that D's working with. And in a 14-3 game, Olson's not going to move up. I remember fondly your relief appearance with the Phillies. We saw you a couple of days later. I walked up to you at the batting cage. I said, how you doing, Jeff?
I was hanging.
All he did, folks, was he walked up and said, I'm fine, but I'm so sore.
Oh, and I was.
And that missed high. Back-to-back walks. Ozuna coming up. 3 extra base hits for Marcel in 5 trips. Homers in the 4th, homers in the 5th. And Jeff, they were not cheapies.
No, it's our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. 429 to left field. And that first one, 412, that might not have got but 10 yards off the ground. 2 home runs, and I can tell you right now, he's looking for that third. This is where you go for the third.
One ball, no strikes. Oh, he tried to, popped it up behind the plate. Ruiz runs out of room. Ozuna looking for a second career 3-homer game.
He had the one in Boston 2 years ago.
2020, that's right. Jammed him. Little pop. And that'll be out number 2. Infield fly takes care of Ozuna. And it's up to Travis d'Arnaud if the Braves are to add on again.
Man, I know Ozuna wanted him. You know, I was part of that Marlins team in '16 where Gordon and Ozuna were on the same team with. So that'll be some bragging rights.
I mean, it's so great to see this because the hitters are trying not to laugh.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That has to be all over highlights tomorrow. I don't know how it's not.
That's so great. I mean, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
And look, you saw that first pitch. Well, Jim Wolf behind the plate. If this anywhere close, he wants to call it, but those are just too high.
Yep. All we need now is a visit from Jim Hickey, the pitching coach, trying to settle him down.
I had a visit.
Did
Bob
you really?
McClure, our pitching coach, yeah.
What'd he say?
Oh, he came out, him and Chase Utley were getting into it because Chase said I was about to blow my arm out. And Bob was actually trying to give me pitching advice. And the mound in Baltimore, they're yelling at each other. I'm like, guys, come on.
I've got this under control. Well, hey, threw a strike. Another one. Like you said, it was close enough. But if Duvall loses the RBI title by 1, he's going to remember that pitch.
Unless he goes yard right here.
Correct. 3-2. There we go. Ball 4. Two runs are in the inning. Duvall has his second RBI tonight. And we laugh, but you know what? Credit to D. Strange Gordon. To your point about no-win situations, he's trying to get the game over with. Saves the bullpen. And Dansby Swanson will step in. Base hit to left. That scores Riley. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is up the line a bit, but a nice reach and tag. And d'Arnaud is gunned down, and that will retire the side. Riley scores on the Dansby Swanson RBI single, and the Braves need 3 more outs.
Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
One of the funniest moments of this young season. Travis d'Arnaud formed with a 40-mile-an-hour pitch, just acting it up. Strange Gordon on to try to get the game over with. I will say this about Gordon. After his inning, he went to the dugout, checked out his work on the iPad, see if there's some adjustments he can make for the next pitching appearance.
Might get another chance this year.
Never know. So Jackson Stephens will try to wrap it up. 16 runs on 19 hits for the Braves. They've also left 12 left on base. Yadiel Hernandez will be the first, and that's in for a strike.
I think same thing here. If anything's close, I think Jim Wolf's ready to get out of here.
Yeah. It's been a long night.
Yeah.
So we'll have the third, final, and rubber game of the series tomorrow. Josiah Gray, Max Fried, 12:20 first pitch. Braves live is at 11:30. Braves split 4 with the Reds. Chance to win a divisional series at home here tomorrow. Back to the mound. That should be easy. And it is. One away in the ninth. All the fun we've had, let's not forget Bryce Elder. He's the story for me tonight. Yeah, the offense was great and they came to play, but Elder really saved the Braves bacon tonight.
Well, for sure. I mean, that's 2 short starts back to back, and he had to go get 2 guys, and for him to give the length that he gave, and like I said, I thought just at the very end he got tired, but other than that, he was as good as advertised.
Yeah, 85 pitches, 9 ground ball outs in his 5 2/3 innings. Some hard hit contact first 3 hitters, which you'd expect, but after that set down 12 straight and 14 of 15 to get through the 5th inning. So Keibert Ruiz, the Nationals catcher, 0 for 3 in tonight's game. Highlight for the Nationals, Juan Soto got the 100th home run of his career. That'll rattle up against the right field fence. Here comes the throw towards second, and a swipe tag by Dansby just a bit late. Good strong throw out there, but Ruiz beats the wrap, and he has his first hit of the night. Heredia with a perfect throw.
That was a good throw. Almost got him.
Michael Franco doubled in 3 trips tonight. Franco had a monster game last night, his 5th career 5 RBI night. The Braves have held him in check here in game 2. And we'll see if Nelson Cruz can rejoin the lineup for the Nationals tomorrow. He was a late scratch before tonight's game. And it's popped up into the seats right side, where fans from North Charleston, South Carolina will hunt down a souvenir. Yeah, real gritty fans in North Charleston. They have hung in here late tonight as we close in on 11 o'clock Eastern time. Braves Live post game coming up next. It's presented by Xfinity. A lot of good stuff to talk about tonight as Franco awaits his 0-2 pitch. It's headed for the third deck here. As Franco not going quietly. Stevens 43 pitches. These look good tonight. 3 strikeouts, a walk, just 1 hit. If he can get 2 more outs, despite it being a 13-run game, he would earn the save tonight. To right, Heredia on the run into the corner, and he'll run out of real estate. Those of you not familiar with the save rule, that is one of the qualifications. No matter the lead, if you're the last pitcher to work the game and you get the final 3 innings under your belt,
get a save.
You pick up a save. It's a nice way to make your Braves debut. And it would really qualify as 2 saves, the game and the rest of the pen.
Yeah.
One ball, 2 strikes. Braves tonight, according to our great stat man Hal Galima, went 9 for 19 at the plate with runners in scoring position. 7 2-out RBIs.
I mean, it's the exact opposite of last night.
And blasted 3 home runs, 2 of them by Ozuna. Full count. Up the middle. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. And coming around to score is Keibert Ruiz. Franco has another hit and another RBI. That's 6 in the series. And the Nationals pick up their 4th run of the game. And Lane Thomas is the hitter. (16 to 4). You know, fans will say all the time, throw it right down the middle. If it was that easy,
yeah,
they'd throw it to the corners when they wanted to too.
Right.
There you go. Oh, and 2. Dano tried to steal a strike there, but that was slick. That was a really well presented pitch on a ball that was a good 5 inches off the plate. Made it look a lot better than it was. Travis does a good job of that behind the dish. 2 and 2. Smoked into center. So you wonder if Stevens is starting to run out of gas here. He's up to 52 pitches. Nobody's moved a muscle in the Braves bullpen. And d'Arnaud with some encouraging words. Braves need 2 outs to salt this one away.
Yeah, a little ground ball double play would be nice.
Lucius Fox. Strike one. Put another one right there. Jackson. And the 0-2.
You're right a little bit, Chip. I think he's kind of hit a wall a little bit.
You know, he knows the situation. He's trying to pick up a save. That's strike three inside corner. And Fox didn't think so. He's got the hat trick. Third strikeout of the game. Al Galima tells us we've seen 350 pitches in 8 2/3 innings. Robles with 2 outs. You see 351 pitches. I think it's safe to say there's been a lot of this and a lot of that.
Yeah, you think?
But the Braves offense brought the noise with 16 runs, 19 hits. They left 12 on base. Think Bob Leinenkugel still here?
They're out of summer shandy, I can tell you that.
Or it's Dick Leinenkugel. Sorry, that might be his brother or distant cousin. He might be here as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Popped up out of play. It's 2-1. We're going to need a couple of those summer shandies if this keeps going after a couple minutes.
You would think tomorrow with Cy Gray and Max Fried going, you might not have a score like this. 2 good pitchers.
2-1 count. Into right. Heredia on the run. He's got it, and the Braves win. Excellent pitching for Atlanta tonight. Bryce Elder wins his big league debut. Jackson Stevens with the save. Ozuna with a 2-homer night. And needless to say, Jeff, after a blowout loss yesterday, great way for the Braves to come back and return the favor.
You know, not only that, but just to wake your bats up. You're getting ready to go on a big road trip with that last game tomorrow, and you're going to have to swing it. So I think for them to kind of open up that offensive, hopefully Dansby, this got him going a little bit tonight. And you know what? You got a chance to come out tomorrow and have a good homestand, 4-3 for Champions Week, and get on the bird and head out west.
So Bryce Elder, a night you'll never forget. The Braves gave you 16 runs and you win your first major league game.
Congrats to him. I hope he enjoys it and celebrates with his family tonight.
And here's to 300 or more.
Yep.
Third final and rubber game of the series tomorrow. We're on the air at 11:30 with Braves Live. Max Fried gets the ball for the Bravos as we'll try to wrap up our opening homestand and wrap up Champions Week with a win against the Washington Nationals. For Kelly and Jeff and our great crew, Chip Carey, thank you for joining us. Braves Live is next.